Good evening, and welcome to another wonderful night of Mahjong with the American Ricci Mahjong League. I am Ennui, also known as Tucker, and I am joined tonight by Dustin. How you doing, Dustin?
I'm doing great. We're to see some good mahjong today. There are up near promotion or at promotion currently. There is Pio and Patrick, and then Edwin could possibly fight for promotion, and then there's Michael, who could also possibly not too unreasonably fight out of demotion.
Yeah, it would take a little bit of a push from Michael or Edwin to get up there, but it is certainly possible. I mean, Kevin in the A2 matches, the first group to finish their matches in session 6 here, did get a plus 97 in one game with a Dai Sangen. So big jumps are definitely within reach.
Yeah, a jump or deficit of that size would put anyone in or out of promotion, as it may be.
Yeah, that's one of the things. I guess that's the lesson that everyone has learned for session 6 is, even if a Yakuman is unlikely, dealing into one or allowing one to happen can be pretty devastating. But I'm excited for these games tonight. These should be fun, and then a little bit later we'll be watching some intense A1 action. This is definitely the best session to be watching Mahjong, just seeing as all of these scores come together and what people push for in these last four Hanchan.
Yeah, the score seems secure right now, but anything could happen.
Oh, here we go. And the first hand has been dealt. The 4-so will be our Dora, and Edwin doesn't have any of those. An Anko of 2-so is kind of all Edwin has going for him now. A lot of bad shapes otherwise. Although across the table, I do really like Pio's hand, an Anko of 8-so, three different Ryanmen with tiles kind of just one shape away, that three peen paired up, so a very beautiful two Shanten for Pio. Anyone else around the table you're paying particular attention to, Dustin?
Well, Edwin's hand is filling in a little bit for a 1-2-3 Sanchoku, potentially. You might just have to call and go with that. It's not going to be much else otherwise with all those lone Yakuai that are still have been paired up.
We do have a pair of Chun for Patrick on the right. If the tune comes out of Edwin's hand at any point, oh, which it does, but Patrick passes it. Elects not to call Pone.
Yeah, it gets
Why do you think
rewarded
that
with
is?
a fill in. Maybe just like no one else is called, so doesn't feel a need to call himself. And he is
Is June
one away right
Shanten.
now, yeah.
Oh, and it looks like Edwin is pushing for the Chanta here. If you're gonna have a slow hand, might as well give it some value.
Yeah, maybe the Junchan Sanchoku.
We haven't talked much about Michael's hand on the left, but it's really struggled to gain shape. Still three Shanten as we get into the second row here. And actually, Pio's made an interesting shift towards either Toy Toy or Chi Toy. Has discarded a couple of very strong shapes to end up with four pairs and a closed triple of that 8-so.
Right. Could just be
Especially,
Tanya even. Tanya with Adora.
that's true. Although if it's Tanyao, you would have thought the Ryanman shapes would be better than all these pairs, especially since they're so in the middle. Oh, cutting
Oh,
the Dora.
hmm.
I was gonna take a guess that maybe Chitoy Dora 2 was the goal, but not if you're cutting it.
Yeah, especially could have cheated that right there if they kept the Dora.
And it'll be interesting to see what exactly Pio's building over there. Edwin, as soon as he decided to, well, there's the pawn, so we're going for a toy toy. It's not much of a toy toy dash when you have everything between 3 and 6, but
Extra Han from the Tanya. Oh, another Dora. That's so unfortunate.
Yeah, that hurts. Was just trying to cut it before it got dangerous and ends up getting punished. Probably didn't guess that everybody's hands are so slow here.
Yeah, Edwin is 1 away. It'll be kind of weird.
Oh,
Now it's gonna need that last green dragon to be Yaku. And Ricci in the right. Oh, Tales of Ipatsu on the
it's not
Ricci
Ipatsu.
Ipeco. Oh, not Ipatsu. Ooh. Yeah, canceled by a call, but Ipeco Ura 2. That's hurt.
Yeah, that is rough. But Pio was going for it. That was a pretty valuable hand. If it wasn't for the Oradora, Pio's hand would have been more valuable. But Ricci does have a certain danger to it.
Yeah, and that tile was Dora Suji. Not a great tile to deal in right into the Ricci.
Now, Patrick is our dealer after that Mongon win. The 8-peen is Dora, which we see one of in Patrick's hand. 2 completed shapes already. Everything other than that kind of all over the place. But if a couple of those middle tiles end up getting nice not floaters, getting nice tiles next to them, this hand could come together quickly. And look at those Sozu on the right for Pio.
Yeah, you'd almost think about all greens of that, except the dealer already tossed 2 green dragons.
It does make it a lot tougher. We have a call across the table from Michael. The seat went west. Still could call the Haku to make this hand a little bit more valuable, and is holding that 7-peen.
The other 2 Haku are already gone, actually, so unfortunately cannot get extra Han. Yeah, that
that's
6,
a
7, 8 Mon, I guess they'll just be looking to get that west only.
Oh, okay. Is tossing out the 7-peen now for the Ryankan.
Yeah, could have potentially used that Dora, but just, ooh, the 6, 7. It's a little unfortunate. Even without Dora, just giving up that Ryanman.
A fascinating Ishanten for Pio,
Ooh.
who is holding all of the deal in 6-so that Michael wants, except for one.
But I think the more likely you won't throw this out probably. Well, actually, that extra 8-pin Dora. We might not want to throw that either.
We do have a Ricci from Patrick. This is waiting on 3-mon and 6-mon for Ricci Dora Pinfu as dealer.
Yeah, 4 of those left in the wall.
So not a terrible wait, really.
Yeah, none of them are on the board, so you think it's a great wait, for sure.
Would certainly be disappointed if Pio's hand on the right turned into some sort of Suanko, although Pio's hand is going to be dangerous no matter what. This is this could be another massive toy, but this time with Dora 2 and the Tanyao to boot. With one more, Dora could reach Hanuman. Oh, we have a Khan! That flips the 9-so as Dora, which Patrick has 2 of. So Ricci Pinfu Dora 3 on Sumo. This is a 18,000 point hand.
There's the Shanten on the right, but no tiles left to actually get to Tenpai. Well, it's actually Raw necessarily. Oh, no, it steals in on the Hote!
Under the river, so it's going to be 18,000 points minimum.
Oh,
no
Hanuman. That extra Han brought from Mongon to Hanuman. That's devastating.
An absolutely massive hit on Michael there. And we were talking about how, people needed big jumps, but this isn't the way it needed to go. Michael's the one that needed to get the really big win here. Patrick, though, if he's able to hold on to this, could pretty well sure up his position. This is a beautiful hand to keep the roller coaster going with, though. Look at this possible 7-8-9 Sanshoku. Got a completed shape and a couple of nice shapes outside of that 7-8-9.
Yeah,
A
it
pair
looks like
north is
not
gonna
the
probably
Sanshku,
handle.
but has a door incorporated already.
Yeah, is figuring that that isolated 5 mon is more efficient than that 8-9.
Boom.
Michael across the way with an Anko of the 8-so and a pair of 6-so. We've seen a lot of so tiles just kind of gathering in people's hands like this. Kind of funny, but
Yep.
not much else going on there.
Yep. Peel with the call of the 1 pin has to be going for Toy Toy. Has 3 other pairs to call with. Some are 2 mon's easy enough to call, but the 4 and 5 so are really not great to call.
I wonder what I'm kind of curious what Pio's thought process is so far this whole game. I mean, Pio has gone for Toy Toy literally every single hand in some form or fashion. I mean, did not open that last hand, but was definitely creating a handful of triples.
Yeah, maybe it's just meant to be. Although I don't think this one is meant to be.
It really doesn't seem like it. On the left, Edwin's hand looking a little bit Kanchanish. But I really like that 2-3-4-5 shape in the Sozu, so that can easily become something more efficient.
Yeah, but the 7 could have just fill in with the 6 so. Ooh. Is keeping the North and Green Dragon as possible safe tiles. But
Yeah,
you keep at
sometimes if
4, you
you're
could get the 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 shape. Well, it did throw the 3 earlier, so maybe didn't want to worry about Furry 10.
keeps the 6 peen, which is next to Dora.
Yeah, but all the 5s are dead, and already threw 2 5s.
Well, I'm wondering if that's more of a safe tile play, but that doesn't really make sense either, as the 6 peen is in both Michael and Pio's discards.
Boom.
All right, now we have the push for this Honitsu from Michael. Just Ishanten. 2-so, 6-so, or 8-so would all get Michael there.
Boom.
And after that call, Pio Ishanten.
Yeah, gonna need more calls for the actual Toy Toy, though, but maybe at this point you'll just take K10.
Which Patrick is making a move towards as well. And now the 3-peen is Edwin's weight. That is
Yeah,
it's
it's
not
Furry
quite
10.
as great, yeah.
And no Yaku. But if you got the 6-0, could switch to Itsu.
Although we're not really going to get the chance here. All the
Yeah,
14 are gone, so can't draw under the sea.
he'll take Tenpai payments, at least. This is not the deadly Tenpai dealing from the last turn or anything.
Yeah, was in a much safer position. Set himself up to avoid such tragedies. On this hand, Patrick does not have any of the Dora East, although I'm sure he would love to have them. It's got a shape in Pinzu, which I like having at the very beginning of a hand, but if you don't draw into it, that 3-3-4-4 shape always starts to feel awkward. I always get scared it's going to become a very bad Shenpon and not the Ipeco I'd really love for it to be.
Yeah, Pio cutting the 4 of the 4-5 pin. Already has 4 pairs. I think 5 now. Might be going for the Toy Toy again, or even a Chi Toy this time. Especially with that Dora in hand. The Dora Tanki Chi Toy. Probably Kodama.
That would be 6,400. Is that right?
Yeah. Plus 600 from the Hamba right now. Oh, but 2 Dora discarded by Michael. Been unfortunate.
Yeah, back to back. But does have 2
Boom.
Anko and a pair besides, so Michael could end up with an expensive hand. Could go for a
Riichi.
Honitsu if he's willing to discard 4-so, 5-so, but oh my
Ooh,
god.
Hellweight Dora
Hellweight Dora
Tanki.
Tanki.
The dealer is building a nice Chinitsu right now.
And
Though Edwin knows about Cheetoy. I hope he doesn't throw it.
Edwin knows all about G-Toy, so that East, we'll have to see if that stays in hand or not. The dealer at Patrick, I mean, you see 2 East. Well, Patrick doesn't know what the weight is. I don't know why I said that, but if you're building a dealer Chinitsu, I'm really surprised that AP didn't get called. Honestly,
it was the last one to call as well. And now just throwing it as a safe tile, I guess folding. You have a good lead. You don't have to push.
You're really far ahead. Forso save.
Yeah, the 7
could
come out as Suji. Oh, surely not. It's
no.
just 1,000 and no!
The 1 Han hand wasn't worth it, Edwin. That's 5 Han. No
Ricci, Cheetoy, Dora. Yeah, going from 2nd to 3rd now.
And that actually is a very good result for Patrick, as even though it's only East 3, it still feels nice to be in first and see everyone else below 30k.
Yeah, avoiding any sumo. Not that hand could win from sumo, but it's better than dealing it as well.
We got a couple good draws from Pio here already. Ishanten has some bad shapes to fill in, but could see an early Ricci with this 1 Dora 8-mon in hand here.
Yeah, could even turn into 79 Sanchoku, which should add a lot of value.
I mean, if you draw the 9-peen, though, what are you discarding? Ooh, what are you discarding now?
8-peen? Discarding the 9. I think I would discard the 2 pins, or maybe the 6-Os.
Oh, the 2-pin? That'd be a step back, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but there's a Dora.
A very hard to use Dora. A 7-mon and a 9-mon have already been discarded.
True, but the Dora's kept anyway.
That's true.
It'll be more and more dangerous as the longer he holds onto it.
Do you call it? Toy!
Toy, I guess, yeah. He was just going for Toy. Why not?
It's all PO knows are pairs and triples.
Well, with this, you could just do Tanya Dora too. You'll be perfectly fine with that as dealer. With the Ricci coming in.
Ricci Cheetoy waiting on the 1-peen.
Yeah, 2 left in the wall, none out.
Dora 2.
And since he was probably going at least Tanya, you could deal it in if he draws it.
It's pretty firmly stuck in Michael's hand right now.
Yeah, but he sees it being 1 chance, so maybe, I mean, it should probably just stay with Genbutsu, but it could come out.
Well, I mean, if you're PO, you're dealer, and you've got Toy Dora 2, possibly Dora 3, would you not push with that?
Oh, absolutely.
A 1 chance tile? Yeah, like...
Oh, no. Oh, doesn't throw the 7. Oh, it'd be Furryton, that's why. So just 6-mon. Oh, it avoids.
Yeah, scared of the 4-peen. The 4-peen now 1 chance itself. There's a Kabe of 5-peen on one side, and of course we see 3 2-peen on the other. There's the 1-peen into Edwin's hand, and Edwin tosses it!
I think there's only 2. Oh, and another Cheetoy Dora 2 dealing for Edwin. That's at 3rd. But it's still in 3rd, but a lot closer to 4th now.
Yeah, back-to-back Cheetoy Dora 2 Ricci deal-ins for Edwin, who we said knows Cheetoy, and unfortunately right now is knowing Cheetoy from the wrong side of things. Michael, with a hand that looks like, I don't know, maybe Honitsu?
Yeah, could have called that, but gets a nice tile anyway.
Yeah, I mean, the shapes were so bad, it almost... Well, that's an unfortunate draw, but it feels kind of gross to call that 1-so when all of your shapes are still so garbage. Like, you only have 3 actual blocks towards your Honitsu. Oh, early Ricci from Pio. This is neither a Toy nor a Cheetoy, so I don't honestly know how he got it.
So Dora Kanchan.
Yep.
Just 2 of them left on the wall.
And the other 2 in Patrick's hand, who is unlikely to deal it.
Yeah, but that Suji trap did just get set, but those Dora just fit right in. plus it's Dora.
Ooh, there's one into Michael's
But
hand.
if his hand advances, he just takes Zenitsu deals in.
Well, I mean, you could just go Haku. You could just switch for speed, say, okay, I'm never discarding this Dora. I'm going to use it somehow.
Yeah, if he gets a 6 or an 8, you probably just keep it.
I would kind of imagine Michael keeping it for forever. Would you? I just feel like I'm never discarding the 7 mon into this. Well, the 4 mon, I guess, as you said. The Suji trap is there. But discarding the Souths.
Yeah, it's not. It's an inside Suji, so it's definitely not safe at all, especially with it being the Dora.
Patrick
Gee.
really thinking about making this call, and does.
Yeah, that'll be Ishanten for Tanya Dora too. Could even get that Nobutan of the 5-8, and
Ooh, that's
there's
Tenpai.
Senpai. 7-so is not safe, but
Sumo.
goes the 8 instead. Oh, but the
Oh, but
Sumo on the
immediately-
the last Dora, yeah. Riichi Sumo Dora. And that jumps over 30,000. Good hand for Pio.
Yeah, so going into the South, we have very much a have and have nots scoreboard right here with Edwin and Michael having a lot of catching up to do. And this hand is not really the one I would want if I was Edwin. You have one of the Dora 1 Mon, you have a pair of the the Souths, but kind of nothing else besides.
Yeah, you can at least call the Yakuai. Just try to get a fast hand and repeat. It's kind of what you have to do with a hand like this.
I really like Pio's hand. Lots of really nice shapes. Could even end up with a 5/6/7 Sanshoku if you draw next to that 6-mon. Although the hand's more likely to just get Tenpai before then.
Right. Only one pair, so it's probably not calling for Toito this time.
Don't you speak too soon. In 3 turns, Pio's gonna have three pawns. Holding on to the east there, probably is a safe tile. Michael's hand on the left having a little bit of trouble developing. Still waiting on the Haku to come out, but no one's drawn any. And Patrick is Ishanten on the right. Once again, just cannot stop drawing fantastic hands. Not quite Tenpai.
Edwin's kind of aiming to that Chanta, discarding like the middle tiles. It's just not coming together. It's just that pair still. No completed melds yet. Oh, it gets to 1, 2, 3 finally, but might be too little, too late. Although if 2 calls, that is Tenpai.
Now 7/8 could help you at least get to K10.
Oh yeah, can't call the South now. Those are I guess he could have, but he just never did. But it's a solid pair.
All right, Pio hedging a Tanyao here across the table. Patrick has had this beautiful Ishanten since turn 5 and is just only Sumogiri'd since.
Yeah, it is a shame.
Boom.
The Haku finally comes out for Michael.
Boom.
We get the insta call.
Oh,
Now
Edwin would have
Ishanten
loved to
for
call
Michael.
that
Oh, the
7.
two-sub!
Boom.
Oh, right when Pio got
Oh.
the Tanyao, Michael draws the dangerous tile and deals right in.
Yeah, Pio just
Edwin's
wanted to move the game along.
Oh yeah, especially like when you're in second and you have no chance at first. There's really no reason to dawdle. Like Pio's gonna make probably a big move when he's dealer, but no reason
Yeah.
to mess around on other people's dealership.
I wouldn't say no chance at first, but he does have the dealership coming up, like you said.
Right. That's going to be the time. I guess I should have said no chance of getting enough points while someone else is dealer. Wow, look at that draw for Patrick. Another beautiful hand here has well, it's not confirmed to be an Apeco. That 7
Yeah.
so could mess up the shape, but at least has 2 complete sequences in the Sozu. And then lots of, I mean, then two shapes in the peen. The one peen is Dora, which we see two of in people's hands. Michael is using it. Edwin is not. Edwin would really like to draw next to that 6 peen and make a 5-6-7 Sanshoku. And Pio making another shift towards a Tanyao.
Yeah, Edwin keeping the Dora could have
Reach.
had a wider 2 Shanten. Decides against it. But 2 Richis now.
Pio waiting on the 1-so and the 4-so for Ricci, Penfu, possible Ipeco. And then Michael across the table is Ricci, Dora 1, waiting on 3 peen and 6 peen.
Yeah, neither of the Richis have each other's dealing tiles in their discards, so as long as people play Genbutsu, they'll be fine.
2 3s or 6s left in the wall.
Sumo.
Oh, there it is! Sumo!
Yeah, Ricci Sumo Dora. Oh, brings it just short of 4th place, but easily within striking distance from any winning hand, or even Tenbai payments.
Yeah, 400 points is such a narrow wire to be on. It's one of those times you really don't want to be final dealer, but we got to get past Pio's dealership first. Let's see if he's able to make that move towards Patrick that we were talking about. Has a pair of the Haku, not in anyone else's hand yet, so not sure if he'll call them or not. Oh, doesn't need to.
Yeah.
Just draw it yourself.
But 2 pairs, you know he's going to pawn those.
Oh, yeah. The 1 peen is Dora. The only one we see on the table right now is in Edwin's hand. And then Patrick just has another beautiful hand over there. That's Ishanten.
Not the greatest Ishanten, but if that Penchon fills in, that's Tenpai.
As Tenpai.
Do you take it? It would be an early Ricci, and you're already ahead. Thinking really hard about does not take it yet. Oh.
Oh, that hurts.
The no Yaku couldn't take that. They probably wouldn't have dealt that tile if there was a Ricci, but you hate to see it.
Would you have taken the Ricci, and which Ricci would you have taken if so?
Well, the natural Ricci would just to Ricci on the 5-mon, get the Suji trap on your Ricci tile, although people might expect it, but sometimes it's just you just have to trust the Suji. Or not.
Alright, still hanging around. Actually, if Patrick draws, say, the 3-mon, would then have the 3-4-5 Sanshoku.
Yeah, that would be. It wouldn't even have to Ricci then. Could just be Dama.
Tenpai for Pio here, waiting on the 3 peen. 1 already discarded, 1 in Patrick's hand, 1 in Michael's hand. So 1 left in the wall for Pio. Michael has 4 pairs, no completed shapes. There it is! There's a 3-mon, 3-4-5 Sanshoku for Patrick. Both of the 4-mon are in Pio's hand.
Oh.
I mean, there's no way they come out.
Could have reached it on, or not even reached it necessarily, but just through the 4-mon instead, have the 7-mon Tonki.
Yeah, I mean, now anything you draw, you can toss out a Ricci. Like the first Tonki you like. Maybe even the first honor you draw. Although most of the honors have been voided from everyone's hands.
Oh,
The
3
3
out.
peen.
Just the Haku. But Pio gets to repeat.
And that pushes Michael a little bit further away from Edwin once again. Pio, starting off with a couple of nice shapes, has the Dora 7-so already locked away. Could get an Itsu in the So tiles. The 3-4 peen and the 5-7-mon are also decent shapes. Michael calling the Haku early can accept that Dora 7-so into hand, but right now is just going to be trying to get to their dealership.
Yeah. Not in the great spot to be in, but they have that all last dealership, so they could come back. But
Edwin's finally with a good hand. This is Ishanten. I would have kind of liked to. Well, I guess is keeping the 3 so you could still get a Sanshoku there. I don't know which Sanshoku,
Yeah.
but you could still get a Sanshoku somehow.
It'd have to be some pivoting, but if he just gets another 3
Pump.
so, would get the 3-sided weight. That would just be Richi Pinfudora. Does at least have that Dora.
The big benefit though would be getting some much needed space from Michael. And if you're able to get a good sumo right now, that really helps you gain ground on Pio, and you can maybe think about trying to claim second.
Yeah, he does get a shape improvement with that 9 so.
This is Tenpai for Michael, waiting on the 7 so.
Yeah, 2 left in the wall. But they could just fit in anyone's hand. It would be a little extra in Pio's hand right now, but maybe just takes it.
This is Tenpai for Edwin. Dama waiting on 2mon, 3mon is waiting for either a better weight or more value.
Yeah, it could get Pinfu out of that. And 2 of the 2mons are already dead, so yeah, definitely doesn't want to reach on just the 3mon.
Patrick with an interesting holding now. 4 pairs.
Gee.
Decides to discard the pair of Tuso. All the nice Ryanmen in hand. The possible 5, 6, 7 Sanshoku.
Yeah, Pio calling for the Itsu. Yeah, there are no 6-sos on the board yet.
If the 3 so were to come out at this point, or are they all gone? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, no more 3 so's.
Oh, that extra
There's
Dora.
the extra Dora.
It's not dealing. The no Yaku for Edwin, so that 3mon does not deal in.
Ooh, how does Pio discard 8 so, 9 so, or do you take
Oh.
5, 6, 7 here?
Gee.
I mean, he
Gotta
has to take the
4, 5,
10pi.
6.
Unless, he avoids a deal in. Yeah, I guess you just pawn either the 4-pin or the 7 so.
Yeah, that 7mon is lighting up because Patrick is Tenpai, but also Yakulas.
Oh yeah, that the Souths. Oh, now it has a Yaku with the Souths, but
And a Tonki.
not a great one at the. Oh, it denies the
Okay.
Yaku. If he kept that and threw the 6, so that 5-man would deal it in.
I would really like the
Ricci.
6mon discard there. Now we have the Ricci from Edwin. Probably discarding the 3mon, waiting on 2, 5, 8mon. There's not many of those left. I don't super want to count. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, that's.
I think there's only 2 left in the wall. I think. That was a really rough count, and like all the tiles are red, so it's kind of hard to figure it out right now.
Yeah, I think 1 8mon. 1 5mon.
No 5mon. Oh, so then only 1 8mon.
But it could pop out.
Ugh. Patrick somehow keeping Tenpai through all that.
Yeah, those Souths were nice to avoid dealing in.
Now Pio is in an interesting situation after that I'm sorry. I'm not even gonna try and say it. Every time I try to say exhaustive draw, I try to think of the way Nathaniel says it. He says it so quietly and so well, but I can never pull it off. But Pio now, a Mongon Sumo from basically anybody. Well, not basically anybody. A Mongon Sumo from anybody would put Pio underneath 30k. So Pio would really like another one of those quick toys if he could get one. Michael, though, is dealer, trying to catch up. Dora is the tune, has one in hand, is holding on to it currently. Some unfortunate shapes outside of so, although that 3mon is such a great pull.
Yeah, I guess it doesn't even have to be a Mongon, so it could just be
Gee.
3 Han, but 2 calls in this early, he doesn't want anyone to take that 30k away from him. Ooh, already not quite Tenpai, but Ishanten now.
Yeah,
Could draw into the Nobaton.
sort of a headless Ishanten. Okay, a much wider Ishanten now. Michael's hand, also a good Ishanten. All right, there's Tenpai for Pio, waiting on the 3-peen,
G
which Michael has 2 of and Patrick has 1 of. So that 4th 3-peen is what Pio needs. All the other ones are being used.
Ooh, the
Ooh,
3-pin might come out. Oh, rejects it.
tosses it right back. We don't need that 4-peen. We ain't got no business with it.
ポン
All right, 2 calls from Edwin. Now Tenpai waiting on 2-3-5 mon.
カン
Oh, Khan! The 7-so is the new Dora after Pio's Khan.
Yeah, Pio will have the Tanya Dora 1. Doesn't really need the extra points. Just any win will do. For both
Sumo.
Edwin and... Oh, there's a Sumo!
Gets it.
Tanya Dora gets a confirmed 2nd place and stay above 30,000. And there was a Reachy Stick and the Hamba on the board, so there's a little extra value there. So Patty and Pio already were in promotion. Now they're just going further up with that game. Edwin's still not necessarily out of it, but has a lot more work to do.
Yeah, making up 70 points in 4 games definitely looks a lot better than needing to make up 90 to 100 points in 3. It'll be interesting to see how Edwin plays this next Hanchan with that knowledge. Might just go full push, knowing that he basically needs 3 firsts.
But if you push too hard, then you fall into demotion range.
That's true. He is close there. So it might be better just to save position. Yeah, you're right. I kind of forgot that demotion range was a thing, huh?
Yeah, it's like getting a first is hard, but sometimes you just can't avoid those fourths if you don't win any hands. At least avoid a 4th in this game.
Yeah, which is definitely a blessing for Edwin, considering a couple of Mongon deal-ins. But we do see here that we have a little bit of this kind of split in B2, kind of continuing to push on, where promotion is getting higher and demotion is getting lower, and then we just got a bunch of people in the middle. Although it's not quite as stark as in some of the other divisions. A lot smoother. Just jumps of 30 and 40 instead of jumps of like 80.
Right. I think I remember someone from the last season. I don't remember who, but in A1, they just jumped like 100 points in the last session to take the first place in A1.
That was Huang.
Yeah, now, despite that, just had an unfortunate season and is at the bottom of A1. That just happens sometimes.
But and here, as we look at these stats in B2, this is another league with a higher win rate on average than the overall ARML by about 0.9%, almost a full percent better win rate in B2, just not winning quite as expensive of hands.
Yeah, even if you don't win expensive hands, winning hands that just shut down others' expensive hands can be very important.
We do have a bit of a higher deal-in rate across B2, however. Normally you see a couple people in the single digits and several people around 10 or 11, but here, I mean, there's 110, 111, 2 12s, and then everything else is above 13.
Yeah, the lowest deal in just above the double-digit range.
And that is Carl, who had a very impressive single-digit deal-in of like 5% in last session's beta pool to determine how the B division got split up with so many new entries last season. Speaking of, if you're enjoying all of the Mahjong that you are seeing right now and you'd like to be a part of it, there's only 4 more days until September 19th to sign up for the fall season of the American Ricci Mahjong League, so you're gonna have to hop on it if you want in. Of course, you can still sign up for later seasons if you don't make it, but why not just sign on now and go ahead and take advantage of it and be a part of this really, really cool thing that we got going here.
Yeah, and even if you don't sign up for this season, you don't want to commit, you can still sign up in the middle and be a substitute, see how things work.
But I think we have 2 or 3 more minutes until the game starts. So let's just step away for a second, get a little refresh, and then we will be right back with you when this next B2 game starts. Game 2 out of 4 for B2 Table 5 and Session 6. Perhaps leaving the thoughts of all of the duds from the last Hanchan behind. Although is competing with other amazing hands. I mean, actually every single person at the table has a brilliant hand right now. Whose hand do you like the most?
Hmm. I think I like Patty's just because you can call that East. Just go full speed ahead.
But you can't get Cheetoy if you call it East.
True, but you can't get Toy Toy.
That is
Those
very
aren't the
fair.
most callable tiles, though.
Oh, that 8 peen is a wonderful draw. Can maybe get rid of a pair here.
Yeah, maybe we get rid of the Easts, or maybe
Okay,
not.
trimming down that so shape. Pio, for what it's worth, is Ishanten.
Yeah, definitely a long pause of the East, but calls it. Could actually shift to a pin Honitsu. The pin shapes are great. Get that 3 Han hand.
If you're Edwin and a 5 peen were to come out of Pio's hand, would you cheat it?
Uh yeah. Yes, speed things up, confirm the Sanchoku. Sanchoku Tanmel.
All right, we have Timpai now for Patrick, waiting on 1 so 4 so. Tanyao shift for Pio.
Yeah, looks like Michael will probably void you in just by going for the So Honitsu, which seems likely. But maybe if he gets the 5 pin, might then end up dealing in on that Dora.
Yeah, can't cheat it obviously with that pair of 1 mon.
Yeah. decides to throw away that shape,
地
which will be for the best, as it will avoid dealing in.
Oh, and there's that 5-pin chi that you said Edwin probably should take.
Ooh,
Oh
that
no!
the Dora deal in. That's an unfortunate draw.
Edwin had just gotten Tempai for the Sanshoku, immediately draws Dora and deals into Patrick.
Yeah, Sanchoku, potential, Tanyao. Just 2K, so it doesn't hurt that much, but it does hurt to lose your dealership like that.
And then Patrick, after that quick 2,000 point win, starting off with a pretty great hand here. I really like the Manzu shapes. 3 very nice blocks there.
Yeah,
And then a floating 7-pin Dora as well.
yeah, completed meld, 2 Ryanman. Maybe get Itsu here.
Yeah, that one mon definitely makes you want to think about it a little bit more. A possible Itsu in the pin for Edwin on the left. Still needs 3 more tiles for that. But that would be the easiest way for that hand to get more value. Unlike last hand, the hands all around the table aren't quite as beautiful as they were.
Yeah, they could use a little bit of work, but they're not terrible.
It's the cuts in these kind of awkward mid-level stage of the game where everybody has, like you said, not terrible hands, but also not very good hands, other than Patrick. Where
See.
I feel like it's taking the 2-3-4 pin is confirming the 2-3-4 Sanshoku.
Yeah. Oh, could switch a Tano
There's
here.
a Dora! So this could be
Oh yeah, that's the
Sanshoku
Dora.
Tanyao Dora 2!
Yeah,
What an upgrade!
it's not. I mean, it not even could be. It will be. Yeah, you just throw the 9 and you get Tanya 5 or 8 mon.
What
Could
a
even draw an
fantastic call
improvement.
from Patrick. Keeping the north as a safe tile.
Yeah, and when you just draw that 7 pin that you wouldn't have otherwise, it just makes you feel like the tiles are on your side. Like not only the Dora pair that lets you get Tanyo as well. So +2 extra on there.
Well, really +3. That 7-pin wasn't being used in the hand before, so it was kind of going to be just Sanshoku Nomi.
Right.
But waited around long enough for a 3-Han upgrade. Oh, the 5-mon is a beautiful draw for Pio.
Yeah.
Pio could have the 4-5-6 Sanshoku across the way.
Yeah, unfortunately, a lot of the 5/8 mon are in Pio's hand. And the 5 mon will probably come out, but not Tenpai yet to win on that. See the Sanzos.
There's 2
2
left on the
left.
wall. And Pio keeps drawing tiles in this So shape. At one point, Pio had 2-4-6-8 So, and cut it down to a 4-6-8 Ryoncon, and just keeps cutting tiles out of So, and then drawing tiles that would be Ryanmen but Furiton.
Yeah. Could have had that 6-7-8, but keeps the 4-6 because of Furiton.
Now, no one able to get Tempai yet, incredibly. Pio just switching out for a different Ishanten.
Oh, that 4-5-6 has hurt a little bit. Still not Tenpai for the dealer. Can still just barely get into it, but we'll see if it happens.
Got one more draw. Alright, Edwin has one last draw as well. So Patrick tossing the safe north. No Tempai for Michael. No Tempai for Pio. And there can't be a Tempai for Edwin either. So a very rare everyone no 10. Do you know if there's a special name for that?
I do not. Ooh, great hand for the dealer. Draws into the pair of the double Ton Dora.
Double Tondora 2. God, if you just didn't have so many terminals, other terminals and honors, you would be so ecstatic. I mean, ecstatic anyway, but
Right.
really is gonna need Patrick to help him speed up this hand.
Yeah, no one else has the ton to throw it out yet, but even if they do get it, there are people that like Cheeto here.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen one,
Oh, just
one.
draw it.
Oh, if you get all three, and now could just open wildly
Yeah.
as you need to.
Honestly, I would con just to make people scared of the dealer Hanemon. Because
I
right now there's something to be scared of necessarily.
right. That's
Con.
true. The con is very much a power play. I feel like I can specifically hear you calling con on this, like in my head.
Absolutely. I mean, I know I had like a similar hand. I just did not end up winning it, but people were scared to deal in. There
Right.
is power in that.
Chi.
We do have 2 calls now from Pio.
Yeah, not Tenpai yet. Would just be the Chunomi. This
Right,
nice 4-pin fill in.
Ishan 10 for Michael. 2 bad shapes. Just needs a little bit of help completing them. Not gonna get that help from Patrick.
Yeah, probably not.
What would you discard if you're Patrick here?
Just the 8-pin, I guess.
I feel like I would have discarded the 8 pin too. I think Patrick is leaving the possibility of Chitoy alive with those 4 pairs. Having decided to discard the 4-5 Ryanman actually could help Michael get to Tenpai now. And it will!
Chi.
Didn't think that 5-mon had any chance of coming out, but now Michael, with a deadly dealer hand,
Yeah.
12,000 points.
No one. Ooh, that gives you. Oh, does that?
Could have taken the 1-4 weight,
Well,
but
that's a
didn't.
mistake. Yeah.
While there's 2 1 already gone,
Yeah.
might be holding out for a, well, no, if you draw a 6 you'd be Furton
Sumo.
now. Oh my
Oh,
god,
just
the
Sumo!
2
Okay, it was out of his range. He just read the wall. The
Just
hidden
knew
double
it.
Tondora 3.
And after that last place last round, Michael with a very nice dealer hand.
Yeah, that puts everyone else below 30,000.
And has another nice one here. 4 pairs, but could also make a Mon Honitsu, could get a Peiko in the Honitsu, could get a 4-5-6 Sanshoku. So many options for Michael here. The 1 pin is the Dora, and a pair of those are in Patrick's hand on the left, which is actually already 2 Shanten. Could get a 6-7-8 Sanshoku as well over there, so Patrick's hand could be an absolute monster. Potential Itsu for Edwin across the table. Just needs a 3-so and a 9-so.
And then there's the potential 79 Sanchoku for Pio. Maybe even gets Junshan.
Could get Junchan Sanshoku or Junchani Peiko. Either one would be a Mangan. There's a 4-mon. Michael hesitating for just a second before tossing it back. That's a 5th pair. Okay, but it's discarding the Wests.
Yeah, you
He's just
definitely want that 4-5-6 Sanchoku and Pinfu. I guess to the Tanyo shift now, throwing the West away.
Could Chi. Does not. That would have been a perfect Ishan 10 had Michael taken it, but really wants his hand closed. I mean, it could just have so much value.
It can, but it's already halfway through. But no one else is calling, so it's not necessarily bad to just buy value.
Not taking the 7 pin. The 2 7 pins and a 4 pin are already discarded. Gotta kind of be thinking that all your tiles are trickling away.
Yeah.
5 pairs for Patrick on the left. Pio finally getting a 9-so, but 3 8-sos have been discarded. So that's Tenpai for
Yeah.
Pio for 789 Sanchoku only.
The last 8 is just fitting in that hand in Edwin's though, so
リーチ
unless does the Sumogiri Riichi, but there's plenty of Genbutsu to play, so there's no way that 8 so comes out of Edwin's hand.
Not sure, surely not. Especially not with it being used.
Could she that
Gee.
for getting closer to K10 and does. That is Tenpai the 3 so. One left
That
in the
actually
wall.
can win.
Yeah, Tanyo Nomi, but you get the extra Riichi stick and 2 Hum on the board. Would put you above into third place.
Michael finally drawing into Ishanten. Not going to get Tenpai.
Yeah, not calling, but also not wanting to deal in. Lose the
Which is
deal around,
fine.
but yeah, don't deal into the. Well, he couldn't have dealt in, but no way of knowing that. Oh, Pio with a possible disconnect here,
Oh, that's quite unfortunate.
especially as a dealer. With throwing such a useful middle-ish tile as well. Another might be back in now. We'll see the Nexus card, but those are some unfortunate discards.
The 2-pin is the Dora. Look on the right. Edwin already. There we go. Pio is back. But Edwin already Ishanten for an Itsu. Itsu Dora 1. Itsu Pinfu Dora 1 on the right there for Edwin.
Yeah, 2 6-0s already in Michael's hand, but 2 more in the wall.
There's another 6-0. And that fit very nice into Patrick's hand. Patrick now, well, Patrick is 2 Shanten. Has one too many shapes here. Is going to have to discard one. Probably going to discard either the pair of 1-pin or the pair of 9-mon. Elects to discard the pair of 9-mon since the 1-pin is next to Dora.
Oh, that unfortunate 5, 6, 7 backfired for Edwin, but still has good shapes. Double Ryanman, Ishanten.
ポン
Just keeping that red dragon as a safe tile. Though it hasn't been dropped yet. Now it is.
Pawn for Pio. Going for Tanya here. Surely this isn't a
Possibly.
toy.
No, it could be
Well,
Chinitsu.
it could be.
Chinitsu Toy Toy.
Everything else just dropped away.
Yeah,
And then as
why
soon as I
not?
say it can't be Toy Toy, Pio draws 2 consecutive 4-mon.
Okay, it's Pio. It obviously could be Toy Toy.
What on earth?
But
These draws?
just Chinitsu, yeah. Starting off with unfortunate discards from the disconnect, but just draws into Chinitsu.
チ
Could no Toy Toy, but you definitely take Chinitsu.
Did that get Pio close? Was that a forward movement for Pio?
I think it was.
If
7, nothing 8, else, it makes the hand look scarier.
Yeah, it was. It's Ishanten now. It was 2 Shanten before.
リーチ
A lot of 9-mons already gone. We have the Riichi from Edwin on the right, waiting on 1-pin, 4-pin. That is Riichi Dora.
Yeah, unfortunately, doesn't manage to get either the Itsu or the Pinfu, but with Pio having this Chinitsu, he might just deal in. That's
Well, the
5
problem-
help. No, isn't called.
Yeah, the problem is the 1-pin and 4-pin are almost all gone. We can see all 4-pin and 3 of the 1-pin. So there's only a single tile left for Edwin to draw. Someone's gonna have to deal in. This is Tenpai for Pio. Could still.
No.
Oh, the 4-pin comes
Oh.
out.
Riichi Dora and the Aura. Doesn't get the Itsu, but gets enough value to bring him above 30,000. We go to the south round.
I don't know whether Patrick had safer tiles in hand or not.
It didn't look particularly close to Tenpai either. Not quite sure what the reasoning was there, but maybe there's something. I guess the 4 didn't really like fit in, but it was Dora adjacent, so not a great tile to throw into a Ricci.
But here, Edwin, after that slick little win, has a pretty nice dealer hand. Probably going to get rid of this 1-2 pinch on now, or do you keep it for Anitsu?
Possibly. Gets
I
rid of the
really like
5
the 5.
for now, yeah.
I like the 5-6-7 Sanshoku.
Yeah. Both of those are good possibilities. Either the Itsu or the Sanchiku, both 2 Han closed.
Around the table on the left, Pio with 3 completed shapes and then 4 just disconnected floaters. What an awkward draw for Edwin. Yeah, getting rid of the pinch on now. Wants to keep the good shapes. Accepts
Yeah.
the Dora 8-so.
Maybe not. Yeah, probably not the 5-6-7 Sanchiku with that 5-6-7-8-9 shape, but there is the possibility. Probably just going to be Ricci Pinfu, though.
See, across the table, Michael has 2 of the... Oh, well, this is Tempai for Edwin. We'll come back to that in a second.
リーチ
Oh, that's a slight mistake. Could have had that. Well, no, I guess not. There is no 5-6-7 Sanchiku there,
Yeah,
but
the 6-7-8 Mon.
yeah. Better to throw that 7, so to give less information. But it was almost there.
The 7-so is also a nice Ricci tile because it makes the area around Dora look really dangerous. So a tile like 9-so, which people are a little bit more willing to push honors, might seem a little bit harder to discard now. Oh, but
Ooh,
the
he gets a
7-'s gonna
sumo.
come into Edwin's hand.
See, Ricci Sumo Pinfu. No aura, but gets to keep the dealer repeat. And just 100 points away from first. Or am I reading that wrong? Oh,
Not quite.
3,100.
It looks like 100
Yeah.
because we see a 6 in front of us face up and a 9 upside down.
There are at least
One-
2 Ryanmen, but the 5 unconnected honors do not spark joy.
They do not bring joy. The 1 penis Dora, Michael already calling the Shah, the West. Has a pretty nice hand, just needs to speed up that 1-2 pinch on, which seems to be what he's attempting to do. Nice draw for Patrick. That's a very good Ishanten now with a nice safe south. Although Edwin does have a pair of them at this point.
Yeah, he threw the 4 Mon, which I don't really agree with. Could have thrown any of those, especially dead honor tiles. Like, not really accepting Mon.
No real point for the Haku to be in hand at this point. You have other tiles that will be safe.
Well, it's definitely a safer tile than the Chun, but definitely like just keeping the possible users Mon shapes. But there's 3 Rhyme in hand, so it's not terrible. It just feels bad. You could keep the 4 now, but throws it back.
Pio Ishanten on the left. Michael Ishanten across.
Yeah, I guess with those 3 Rhymen, you have all the blocks you need. It just feels wrong.
Well, there weren't 3
Ryuchi.
Ryanmen in hand when Edwin discarded that Formon. We do have
Yeah.
Tempai on the left from Pio. 2-so, 5-so wait for Ricci Pinfu.
And 2 so safe to the dealer, but not really anything indicating it's safe against the Ricci.
And not really anything indicating that you really super need to defend against the dealer right now. 2 safe tiles after the Ricci. Both Tadashi. One's a 4-peen. Then an East.
Yeah, just none of the Dora are on the board, but Michael knows where 2 of them are.
The 3-so is now safe to Pio. So if a 3-so were to come into
Sumo.
Patrick's hand, but the 5-so being drawn.
Ricci Sumo Pinfu, no aura, but getting closer to 30,000 for Pio.
Pulling first and second closer in. A little over 10,000 points from third to first. Patrick, unfortunately, the person stuck in last here, dealt an Anko of the Hatsu and an Anko of Eitso. Where do you take this hand? What would your goal be?
Maybe Toy, maybe. You don't have the other 8, but you have 2 8 mods, so you would like to think about Sancho Doko. It's probably not going to happen.
Ooh, Dora. Dora Pay.
Yeah, only one other loan in Michael's hand. Oh, there's one of the 8 pins.
Ooh. The Sanshoku Doku dream is coming.
Oh, that 789 locks one of the 8 pins in Pio's hand. But they can still draw another, and it's Luke's and Edwin's hand.
The Chun could come out
Pump.
here.
Let's
Michael takes
call.
it, and then immediately ditches the Dora.
Yeah, he's in first place, so just wants to move everything along. The rest of their shapes are not too great, though. Penchan, Kanchan, there's a Ryman. It's a pawn. Well, Hatsu, they does not con, though.
6 peen into Edwin's hand.
I guess especially with 2 closed Ankos, you could think about Sananko or Suwanko. Oh, the
If you
8
did-
mon was discarded by Pio, but it was not called by Patty.
6 pin making a Ryankon in the Pinzu now.
I guess maybe if the other 8 pin was there, you would definitely call that for the Doko chance, but didn't want to open just for the slimmer possibility.
Well, I mean, I almost feel like this hand never had good shapes, really, other than the Ankos. Like, I feel like I would have called the 8-mon just to give it some sort of life.
Yeah.
I mean, now
There's a
Michael
deal
is
in the
Tenpai and
Chun.
actually just wins right off the bat, off of that 5-mon. Takes 1,000 points from Pio. Moves things along.
Yeah. There's a dealership for Pio.
Nope, we jump. It's not Pio's dealership yet.
Oh,
we
we
skipped
jumped to-
Michael. Just a little bit of a misclick there. 7-so Dora, 2 in Edwin's hand across the way. This is a very mediocre level hand from Michael. Not horrible, but not great either. Really needs to improve a couple of Kanchan. That 1-mon is a nice draw.
Yeah, great draws. So Edwin has 4 pairs. 2 Dora. Could go for the Cheetah Widget. Could just call. I think could have called that Chun. Maybe just waiting for the second one. Or just he likes Cheetah.
Yeah, I mean, this is a hand that I would be calling right off the bat. Like 7-mon is not a horrible tile to call, and those 1-so you definitely expect to come out at some point. I mean, they did.
I guess he is expecting he's keeping around the east and the south for Cheetoy, and does get that backfire with the 3/4/5 mon drop, which he would have had if he just went for a more normal hand. But is Cheetoy Ishanten now? Throws the south because that 6/7 or 6/7/7/8/8 shape could lead to a normal hand.
Con! Now the 7-so is Dora twice! Double Dora 7-so with that South Con from Patrick. And
there's
now we have
Tenpai.
Cheetoy Tenpai for Edwin. So this is Cheetoy Dora for Dama.
Who leaves in Sanzo over the east, which is twice cut.
And
not necessarily you want to hell wait on that.
And there's an Itsu. Pio now Dama Tenpai for Itsu Dora 2 Pinfu.
No, I don't.
No. Oh, the 3-so's gonna deal in.
Oh, Sanzo. I don't think. Oh, he was Tenpai, yeah, but that Dama Cheetoy brings Edwin to first place, actually. And now it's South 4.
What an absolutely massive win for Edwin.
A nice hand for Pio to start off with. Doesn't have a pair yet, but has plenty of Ryanman.
Yeah, definitely a nice place to be starting here. A great draw for Edwin. That 4, 5, 6 peen was potentially the hardest shape to fill in. Is now two Shanten. Chitoy Ishanten on the left for Michael. And now normal Ishanten across the way for Patrick.
Michael keeps the Anko. Could just call for a Tanyo, maybe Tanyo Toy Toy. But that would not be enough value unless it's a direct hit on Edwin.
And needs a Mongon. Thinking about calling Khan here. A Khan on a simple tile is only 8 Fu. So it's not a huge ad. Oh,
リーチ
there's Tempai for Patrick. Waiting on 5 peen, 8 peen.
チー
Richi Haku.
Pio calls to break the
Sumo.
pause. Ooh, the
Oh!
Sumo.
Gets it anyway.
Richi Sumo Haku. Doesn't change the placement at all, but every point you can get counts. It's
Yeah, and
he's still in
keeping
a good
Pio
position.
Oh yeah, keeping PO below 30K was also a part of the objective there. If PO gets one good win as dealer and then cashes out, you're looking at a much larger loss. As it is, minus 33.6 is not going to sink Patrick. Patrick's still in a perfectly fine spot, although definitely not safe. This top 7 promote in B2. Shane with that 88.3 is the last one in. So the cut line is at 48.7 currently, because since Joshua is next, 40 below that. Overall, a very good round for Edwin and Michael. Edwin now can breathe easy, being about 100 points away from demotion. Breathe easier, perhaps.
Yeah, even without that con, Edwin would still just barely be in first, but that extra wiggle room does help you.
We have an interesting little promotion system going on here. So because of all of the hiatuses happening in various leagues, the promotion system is going to be kind of strange. Anybody with a positive score in B2 could theoretically promote into B1 if enough if enough people say if more people leave B1. Hold on, it's very confusing. I need to pull it back up again. I saw this. I have to look at this post and explain it. All right, here's the scaling, blah blah blah. Here we go. While Nathaniel is pulling things up for the A1 game that we are going to uh end up switching to. If you see these little up arrows that are solid, here's what we'll say. Oh, okay, Edwin's explaining it. 9 people from B2 are automatically advancing. I think everybody below that with the up arrows could potentially advance, depending on what is it. Up to 14 players can promote out of B2. That's wild.
Oh yeah, I thought it was just. I guess if you look at the standings, if you're part of the RML, it's just the top 7 have arrows out. But if it's the top 9, then yeah, that's yeah. Edwin's not that far away from top 9.
Yeah, you do have to be positive. So that actually gives Edwin a much more achievable goal here. Edwin only needs 6.7 points to get positive. Would a 0 count, Edwin? Since you said greater than 0. I don't know if that's because of a lack of a greater than or equal to key. All right, only 5 are demoting, so that means the last demotion here would be Molly, And Cruz actually would not demote if everything ended right now. So that's another important caveat to add in here. And Edwin has confirmed 0 does not count. Plus minus 0, as cool as it is, will not get you up a division from B2 to B1. So Edwin going to need 6.8 points. But the A1 match is ready to go. And I am sufficiently confused from thinking about these kind of sliding promotion possibilities with all of the finagling we have to do. So let's hop to it. Our dealer that we're hopping in here is good old Hanamandre, who's called Ricci, waiting on Dora East. Another Dora East Tonki. We see one in Jeremy's hand on the right.
Yeah, 2 more on the wall.
Oliver with not wait. This is Oliver, right?
Yeah, well, we're looking at Oliver's perspective, but he's not the dealer. Yeah, Jeremy could have went for a possible double Yakuai. I guess not double, cuz when he threw out the Haku, they were already dead. He's trying not to deal into this. Oh, there's an East, but Oliver keeps it wisely.
Yeah, Korak just folding here.
Yeah,
draws the
even if
East.
it
Is gonna
wasn't
hold it.
Dora, you don't want to deal into double East.
Yeah, no one's tossing this.
Yeah,
This round is going to end with one East in each player's hand, and more than likely with only Andre Tempai. Yep, there it is.
yeah. Gets just shy of 30,000, but plenty of time to get over there.
All right, and as we go into East 3 repeat 1 here, just a quick, we are sitting behind Andre. On the right is Korak. Across from us is Oliver, and on the left is Jeremy. This is a pretty interesting table as far as placement in the division goes. Korak in a pretty okay spot, plus 9.5. Just kind of needs to hold on. Not really gonna be able to make a huge play for first, but can pretty easily stay out of demotion range. But Jeremy, Oliver, and Andre all fighting with the possibility of demotion.
Yeah. And Andre would have to do a ton of work to get out of there, but 2 of his direct opponents are in this table. So if he hits Oliver and Jeremy, there is a world where he could get out of there, but there's a lot of work to do there.
Yeah, it's definitely slim. Andre would need to hit Oliver and Jeremy, and also get a little bit of help from Korak, I think.
But yeah, it's at least against the right people to hit.
And that is why the positional round is set up the way it is to allow these sort of situations to occur. That 5, so an interesting discard
Yeah.
from Andre. The 4-5, the 3-4-5 Sanchoku was not out of the question. Is perhaps favoring the 1-so Dora.
Possibly, yeah.
I mean, if I saw a 5-so, 4-so discarded, I certainly would not expect a 3-so wait. So it's perhaps building towards a Sanso eventuality here.
C.
One comes out, is gonna call it.
Yeah, just needs that Hatsu. There's only one left.
And it's in no one's hand.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he had those at the beginning, but I don't like skipping just because that last Hatsu you need, or whatever Yakuai, could just be stuck in the dead wall.
There's an 8-mon. That's Tempai, but it's Yakula's Tempai.
Yeah, surely you can't take that.
There's Ishan 10 for Korak. Tossing 5-peen, setting up an eventual Suji trap.
Yeah, Jeremy also Ishanten, but it would be a little awkward. Probably a Nobaton. Is that? No, it'd be a Shabo.
Does have one Dora.
Boom.
Could get Ipeko there. All right, now we have the Atazuke for Andre, waiting on the final Hatsu. The Formon will not cut it.
Yeah, thankfully the other two Formon are in other people's hands. We won't have that awkward sumo no Yaku Furry 10. But temporary Furry 10 could be a possibility.
Yeah, that Formon not necessarily needed in Oliver's hand. Korak does need it, so won't discard it.
I think it fits in there. But still, I guess it's kind of like a meta thing. Like, do you even if the Hatsu comes out, do you take the one Han, or do you think people are just not Tenpai and you get more from Tenpai payments? Well, actually, I guess with the Richi Second Han on the board, you definitely take a win.
Yeah,
But you might not even get a win.
yeah. There's definitely added value here. Korak stuck in a headless Ishanten.
リーチ
Jeremy
Oh.
now Tenpai waiting for 6P 9P. Is that even still live? Four
It
6P. Yeah,
just
that's a Hellway.
one 9-pin. But
But putting pressure on.
it's still there. Oh, it gets right into Oliver's hand. But maybe with the 3 8-pins, it'd be a one chance tile, but
And
it's so late, you just steal in safe tiles.
And it doesn't even scare people out of Tenpai. Korak found Tenpai on his final draw. So that minus 3,000 going to hit Oliver and gonna tighten the gap here. Ooh, a nice starting hand for Andre. Got a pair of the Tune, one of the Dora 1 Mon.
Yeah, with 2600 in the middle, any fast hand is going to be worth calling for, especially as a dealer.
Can anybody race here? Jeremy could get a Tanyao. You'd really like to get more out of that hand, though.
Yeah, it does have the Dora 1 mod, but nothing next to it.
No other Yaku around the table. Korak could also call for a quick Tanyao. We just need to find one more shape. One more Tanyao shape, that is. 4 pairs for Oliver.
Yeah, Jeremy cutting the 4 mod, valuing that 1 mod Dora, though still nothing to connect it with.
Ooh, that's a good draw for Jeremy. Still not discarding the 1 Mon.
Yeah, it's does not known to him, but a 1 Dora comes out now. So maybe they'll discard it now, because it's less likely to pair up. And he does.
ポン
Alright, and there's the Tanyao call for Korak.
Yeah, still maybe Ryan Shanten. Not great, but can advance your hand a little bit.
Immediately draws into Ishanten. You can't pawn the 6 Mon. Well, I mean, you can. You just wouldn't be Tenpai.
Yeah. I guess it doesn't come out of Oliver's hand because he's probably looking for Chi-Toy at this point.
Korak really thinking about which shapes to keep.
ポン
Had to decide between Jeremy Tenpai on the left.
Yeah. 1
Peen
7 on left in the wall.
That 2 Peen does not fit into Oliver's hand.
カン
Con! 5
No
Peen, the
Dora.
new Dora, which Andre has 2 of.
Ooh, the Korak draws that last 7 mon, but it could. No, it wouldn't fit in their hand because, yeah, 6 mon is a pair.
Jeremy taking the hell weight.
ポン
Ooh. But it's near Dora, though, so will anyone throw it? And then, oh, the 7 mon comes out of
Boom.
Korak's hand. Oh, with the pawn. 4 pin. 2 of those left in the wall, surprisingly.
Yeah, I can't believe that's possible.
Yeah.
And Andre just clueless about what to discard here. I
Yeah.
mean,
Chitoi Dora to Ishanten. Ooh, the 4-pin. With the 5-6, it doesn't feel dangerous.
it
Oh, it
really
goes
doesn't.
in.
I mean, you see every single 3-peen, and Jeremy collecting the 4,200, trading places with Korak. Well, I think they were tied, actually.
Ye- mm,
They were tied for some amount of time.
yeah, just a 1,500, or is it 1,600 direct hit, but there was what, like 2,600 points on the table. So that does give some extra value. A little bit of distance. Ooh, throwing the 5-6-0 shape. I guess maybe Korak's thinking about Honitsu. Oh, but that's maybe it was just a mistake, but you just draw the another 6-0 again, you're fine. Because that 5-0 is the Dora. So thankfully not punished because you just drew another 6-0.
And there we go. Ishanten for Korak.
Yeah, Haku Dora.
Possible 789 Sansoku for Jeremy across the way.
Yeah, and Chanta could pawn the east. We would have to find another pair though.
Abandoning Chanta for the better Ishanten. Headless Ishanten for Korak now. Andre needs a bunch of stuff to make that Chanta come to fruition.
You're definitely committed to it at this point though.
Ishanten for Oliver now.
79 fill in.
Oh, very nice. Throwing away the 2-3 Rion men.
So another 3 non visible yet.
So, oh, and draws the 1.
That's a little unfortunate, but it's just Mahjong. Korak with the Karagiri on the 4. I don't really know how to read those, but I'm sure that was intentional.
It certainly was. For Korak, I believe that form on discard is to make the Manzu look more dangerous, since it is almost 100% guaranteed that his weight will end up being in either peen or so. And here we have the 5-so Tonki, while Oliver has 6-peen, 7-peen Shabo.
Yeah. Void's dealing the 7-pin. Just Hatsu. Not the worst deal. I mean, literally the lowest deal in.
It does not get lower than that. But if you're Jeremy, you would have really liked to gain some ground with that hand. Oliver, on the other hand, trying to extend his lead.
Decent hand for Oliver.
And wow, look at these calls. Yeah, Korak immediately called Atazuke right off the bat, but is Mochi Mochi with Andre, and Andre has an advantage with the Souths in hand, and actually Andre could also get Chanta if he so chose, but probably will not end up choosing such.
I'm not sure if he likes Chitoi, but with 4 pairs, that looks like what the angle is.
Jeremy now Ishanten for Hatsudora 1. The 4-peen will slot into this hand regardless of which side of the Ryokan gets filled.
Ooh,
Is not
discards
liking
a
Chitoi
pair.
apparently. Taking the Chanta shift here.
But they tell you, never make this hand.
Never do it. Don't you dare. If you're able to get it closed, though, well, that would have been what? That would have been
Chitoi
Ishanten.
Ishanten, yeah. Throws a 7-9 away. Maybe going back to Chitoi.
Well, could also I just had too many shapes. So some shape needed to get thrown away.
True, true.
Oliver dancing all over the place here, but can't find Tempai. Is Ishanten. Jeremy finally getting there, waiting on 5-so, 8-so.
Yeah, there's what? 4 of those left in the wall. Pretty good, and pretty good Ishanten for Oliver. Double Ryanman. Would just be Vici Pinfu, but as a dealer, you'll definitely take that. He does get Tenpai. Just Dama on the 6-9. All the 9 are gone already. And 2 6s in Jeremy's hand. And there's a 6. It kind of. Ooh.
Sumo.
Oh, there's a sumo. Hatsudora. Yeah.
Would you have called Ricci as Oliver there?
Yeah, I mean, even though you're dealer Ricci, try to scare people off. Don't see why not.
Jeremy with a pair of the Chun. This is not quite this is 2 Shanten currently, but a very, very nice 2 Shanten. The South does not get called by Korak. There's Ishanten for Jeremy. Korak known for taking those quick hands, but I think is fast enough to start. Was waiting for the second one.
The second one.
Oliver has 2 of the Dora 8-mon.
Yeah, it's just looking like a 1,000 point hand for Korak. But he isn't last, but he does have the powerful all last dealership. So just probably trying to avoid any sumos or big hands.
What do you do as Jeremy here?
Honestly, yeah, throw the Chun to confirm a Pinfu.
There you go. There's the perfect Ishanten. Oh wait, well it's not quite perfect. Need an isolated pair.
Yeah, it's like it almost looks like a Sanchoku, but you need a pair, and that's Tenpai. 4-7. That's what? 5 of those left in the wall.
Ricci Pinfu. No Dora, no Tanyao.
Unfortunate, but any win does get you above 30,000.
Yep, the 4-peen comes out of Oliver's hand. Now Tempai waiting on the 5-so. Oh, but the 4 comes in! Oh, how do you not deal in here?
Just don't be greedy, but does throw it in. Could have thrown the 6-so. It was a safe tile. Deals into Ricci Pinfu. Thankfully, no Ura. Still gets the first place, but not great.
Definitely understandable with the Tanyao Dora 2. Could have tossed, say, the 4-6-so shape. Trying to hold on to the slightly more dangerous Manzu, but I don't think there was really enough information for Oliver to make that sort of play. As it is, Jeremy taking the repeat here, has one of the Dora's 7-mon in hand, is starting out 2 Shanten. That's always nice. Would really like to draw next to that 5-so and ditch the 8-9.
Yeah.
Beautiful so shapes for Oliver as well on the left. I like the 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, there's interesting so shapes for Korak. He has 4 pairs, but I know he doesn't like Cheetoy, but maybe?
Doesn't like Cheetoy, but I don't really like those shapes for much else either. Again, the 6-6-7-7 is a shape that I just hate. Like, if you draw on either end of it early, you feel a lot better about it, but otherwise you're stuck with 2 kind of unfortunate middle tiles. A great draw for Jeremy. Tempai now, waiting on just the 3-mon, unfortunately.
Yeah, it could turn into 3-4-5 Sanchoku, Tanyao, Pinfu with some draw, I believe. It's just kind of hard, kind of an awkward shape to see. That's a better.
We'll see which way Jeremy chooses. The 3-mon would be a 1-4-7 weight. 2 sides of which would give. Yep, there we go. So
Yeah,
this
there
is
it is.
a 147 weight. The 1 mon or the 4 mon would be Pinfu. 7 mon would be Tanyao. So the possibilities here are Richi Tanyao Dora 2, Richi Tanyao Pinfu Dora 1, or Richi Pinfu Dora 1 for 7 mon, 4 mon, 1 mon, respectively. Each 1 Han different.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird three-way, but it's decent Han, especially with Akanashi. Like any of those wins would put him in the first, I believe. But the weight is 4 mon, not in the wall, 2 1 mon, and 1 7 mon. So even for a 3-sided, it's not great, but it's not dead yet. Oh, and the
Not
7 mon
quite.
is Dora, so that's definitely not coming out.
Yeah, well, and I mean, Andre and Korak are both making use of it as is,
Yeah.
although neither could use a second.
Oliver
Korak
is
considering
Ishanten.
calling.
Could chase if he gets Tenpai, but maybe not.
Yeah, the 4 peen doesn't quite look safe enough. Ooh, there's an 8 so. Yeah, now is gonna chase. Waiting on 5 so, 8 so for Richi Tanyao Pinfu. Ipeko on the 8 so. Also 1 Dora.
Yeah, but the 8 so is dead.
Also
It would be a
can't.
great weight because it is safe against the dealer, but it is dead, unfortunately. So only the 5 so, and there are
None.
they're all in hand.
So a battle of dead weights here. There's still that 1 7 mon left in the wall.
There's still the 2, or I guess no 1 1 mon left for Jeremy, but it's not gonna get it, unfortunately. Does get the Tenpai payment, so they are plus 500 after the Ricci at least.
Well, and that drops Andre below 30K.
Yeah, really tight scoreline and 2,600 points in the board right now.
Oh, an immediate call from Korak. Has the seat wind, has a bunch of so tiles. I mean, even
Yeah.
with only those tiles in hand, could be Yakuhai, Honitsu, Chanta. Like, there are possibilities for Korak here.
Oh, the
But we have an
early
early
Ricci.
Ricci from Oliver, waiting on the non and the 9 mon. So, I mean, this is Ricci only unless you win on the south. But Korak has those, and man, Korak's is Korak pushing this? Let's see. Let's see
Oh,
what Korak
was he
does.
con? No, there's no way. He's not.
There's like
Yeah.
no information here. Is the issue?
Yeah, probably assuming the Sotogawa from the 2 so.
Well, okay, that is not Sotogawa. I'm gonna.
Is that not?
No, you can't be that close to the Ricci tile. If it goes 2 so 8 mon and those are the only 2 tiles discarded, like Sotogawa's out the window. Like if they were Ishanten after that first discard, there's no reason it couldn't have been 2-2-3.
Right, I guess so, but it's not the worst thing because if that is safe, you get 3 more safe tiles. There's
Tenpai.
yeah. Not the Tenpai you want, but with 3,600 points on the board right now, you'll take it.
Yeah.
Oh, the Mochi Mochi South. But the 8 pin, still 2 in the wall.
Yeah, this 9 mon in Jeremy's hand is looking like a time bomb.
But that 8 mon does make it really suspicious.
Oh,
the
the
8
pin
pin
comes out first! Korak collecting the 1,300 plus the 3,600 in the middle after that third Ricci.
Yeah, really tight scoreline going to South 3.
We now have less than 5,000 points separating 4th place Korak from 1st place Jeremy. And this hand from Andre is not that thrilling.
Yeah, 3 pairs out if you really want to go for a Chi toy, but it's like, yeah.
4 mon's a very nice draw, a good move. Just draw something next to that 5 peen and you're really going to be moving in the right direction. The Dora is the 4 so. which everyone except for Andre has one of. Korak, who really likes Itsu, possibly building one in So right now, could also build a Honitsu. Another great mon draw for Andre, getting what he needs. Korak passed the first tune.
Yeah, I would like a bit more than just Chun, but you could be thinking Honitsu with a hand like that. Lots of So tiles.
Jeremy Ishanten, Tempai now, waiting on the 5-peen.
リーチ
Calls a Ricci on it. 2 left in the wall.
Richie Tanyaldora 1. Just fighting here. This is not a Ricci I would have taken. Being able to win Dama and having, I mean, pretty fantastic weight upgrades. I mean, the 3-peen especially is a pretty huge weight upgrade.
Yeah,
Korak
but
following the tune.
sometimes you just have to reach. Oh, that would have been a weight upgrade, but not much because 3/8 pins are already dead. Maybe
Yeah.
that was part of the decision.
Andre trying to play around here.
He gets that 4-pin draw, so he's less likely to throw that 5-pin.
Korak Tempai waiting on the 6-mon. That's the final one, but that works pretty nicely for Oliver. If Oliver draws a 1-mon, could have a Tonki waiting on Itsu.
Right, but will we choose a Tonki that deals in or not? Half the Suji was confirmed safe, but it's not. That's not really that safe.
Yeah. I ignore that detail most of the time. There are 2 5-peen still left in that wall.
Yeah, just they're not coming out in anyone's hand yet.
A 2 out of 23 chance that a 5-peen gets drawn. If you were curious.
Ooh, Oliver could get the 4/7 pin and have a 3-sided pair weight, or just the 4/7. What that would be Furry 10. So just takes the 4. Just
There's
one of those
still
left
one
in the
of
wall.
those left. So 1 4-peen and 2 5-peen revealed to be in the dead wall. But the two people above 30K are the ones who get those Tempai payments.
Yeah.
There's 1,300 in the middle. What sort of... So let's see. Korak obviously can't end the game with a win. Wants to win, of course, but can't end the game with a win. Oliver or Jeremy, if either one of them wins at all, then they would be in first. They would be in first, and according to how they won, would determine the rest of the positions. What does Andre need to claim first here with 1,300 in the pot? Because it looks like Andre's gonna get it, whatever it is.
It might just be 3,900. I'm not quite sure in the math. Actually, it would be 3,900 would be like that might be a tie. Or yeah, it would be a tie for second. I think because yeah, 3,900 with the 1,300 on the board would be 5,200, and that would tie you with Oliver if it's like direct on Korak and not a sumo or direct on. Yeah, like it wouldn't be a place improvement. It was a rod on Jeremy or Oliver.
We have such a tight race here between Andre and Korak. Andre has had perfect Ishanten since turn 2 and just can't get anything. Korak has a beautiful Tanyao hand, but it isn't finishing. Jeremy has found Tempai, waiting on 7 So and 9-mon, the power of the Haku.
Yeah, Andre would have that Ricci Pinfu Dora, which would be that 3,900 exactly, which should be kind of awkward unless it's a sumo, which should be just enough to take him to first place.
Korak now Ishanten. It's getting tense. 8 peen. Takes a different perfect Ishan now, Andre does, after discarding it earlier.
Yeah, if he gets another 8, though, he'll deal in on the 7, so hopefully that won't be his draw.
There are no more 8 to draw, so is safe from that.
Thankfully, yeah.
The 6 peen and 7 peen are still live in the wall, so lots of ways for Korak to get to Tenpai here.
That's a 3-mon Dama Tenpai for Oliver, which is perfectly valid because anyone will just put you in first. 2,
Sumo.
1 left in the wall. The Sumo for Jeremy.
Sumo for
confirms
Jeremy.
first place.
So 1,500 plus the 1,300 in the middle is going to end up claiming a plus 20.7 for Jeremy. That is absolutely huge. Jeremy was right on the cusp of demotion, just barely above Nathaniel. But that plus 20.7 is going to give him just a little bit of wiggle room. I mean, obviously is not safe yet, but it is a move in the correct direction. Oliver with a plus 7.3, also moving the right way. Andre, a minus 8.2, isn't really significant for his score. Korak, minus 19.8. It's not the direction he wanted to go. As far as fourths go, though, that's a pretty nice fourth.
Yeah. It's not terrible, but in a nightmare situation, Arthur could be looking at the demotion line. Like 3 more of those fourths, even though they're not the worst fourths, it put you right there. But you can still isn't like getting 3/4, especially after that one. That's statistically unlikely, but it's still a possibility.
I mean, I took 3/4 in session 4.
Yeah, I had three Yakitori fourths in a row, which were pretty bad.
So, of all the people to talk about not getting 3/4, I feel like you and I are not the ones to do it here. But we're able to go right into the second game here from this A1 table. This will be game 2 of 4 for table 3 in Division A1. Korak is going to be our first dealer, starting off with a pair of Chun. We don't see any in anyone else's hands, so going to be waiting around for that. The 2-mon is the Dora. There is one of those to the right in Andre's hand, although it is a loner. Korak looks to have the advantage so far.
Yeah, declines to call that she could go out as Zuke, but it wouldn't be the first time there's Mochi Mochi or it's not Mochi Mochi this case, but there is always that possibility. But it does call that other 789 though.
I don't. I guess it's all about what gets left behind. Draws the third Chun.
Might have done that just because the possibility of Pin Honitsu. Oh, but
There's
get that Tenpai.
5 peen, 8 peen.
Yeah, just takes it.
I mean, those are almost all on the wall. There's 6. 6 still in the wall for Korak here. So it's going to be very hard for anyone else to claim this hand.
Yeah, some of those tiles do work into other people's hands, but very wide Tenpai. Not necessarily any reason to be scared of the dealer hand, especially since it looks like it's out of Zuke.
Well, the issue here... Oh, no, it is a peen call. No Monzu have been discarded yet.
Right, so it could look Honitsu.
Yeah, now you're really not scared. Once Korak discards that Dora Sumogiri like that, I'm going full steam ahead.
I guess you could still be concerned about him just having the pin Honitsu, but it won't turn out that way. But you don't want to find out necessarily.
Yeah, I mean that would be a pretty whack Honitsu. a 3-peen discard on turn 6 and no Mansu
Done.
until turn 9. But the
And
8-peen coming out of
comes
Andre's
out.
hand. Just 1,500.
He did
Not
have
a
that
big
8-9, but that throwing away that penchant caused him to deal in.
4
Just
pairs.
1,500.
Yeah, you definitely take those. Four pairs for Korak here, but I'm sure Korak's just going to take the Tanyao.
Yeah. Possibly Peiko.
Possible a Peiko if you're able to keep it closed. If you can draw the 3-peen or the 6-peen. I'd be very interested to see what Korak does on an early 8-peen or 8-mon drop if it comes out of anybody's hand. 2 Hatsu for Jeremy across the way. Oh, a 4-peen draw for Korak. Absolutely beautiful. A great Ishanten now.
Yeah, great in the sense it's like early, but probably the double pair weight. Not great, but early enough. You just take a Ricci Tanyo.
Well, with the 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, there's so many ways that can develop into a chance for a Ryanman.
Right, and this could still turn into the
Like that.
Peiko as well. But yeah, that could give the possibility of the 3-sided weight.
Pon.
Jeremy getting the Hatsu. 2 Shanten now. Korak.
Does that 5-mon help?
I feel like I would discard 8-peen here.
I guess it
you'd
didn't
have-
really help.
Well, yeah, this keeps the most possibilities to call open, which I'm sure Korak is thinking about.
Pon.
But I did like that 5 for giving and there's that call.
Pon.
I mean, if you're not going to call this, why discard the 5-mon? All right, taking the 3-sided weight and just hoping we don't draw the 9.
Yeah.
Oh, the 6. Well, it's according to what gets chosen. All right, Jeremy staves off dealing in for a turn. Not sure how long that'll last though. That looks primed to come out of his hand. Oliver, Tempai waiting on 2-mon, 3-mon, but is
Yakulis.
Yakulis.
And they're once cut already. So
Probably
it doesn't feel like
why-
a great weight.
Yeah, it really doesn't. Taking a very wide Ishanten here. That 5-so gives about 5,000 possibilities. Oh no!
Ooh. Just a Tanya, but stacking up
1,500
the Renchon.
and then 1,800. That's one way to do it.
Can do it again with the Hatsu call.
We'll see if and when the first Hatsu comes out. We'll see if Korak takes it. We've seen Korak pass several first opportunities to call already in these 2 Hanchan. Not a great hand, other than the 2 Hatsu. Has 1 of the Dora 1-so, and that's about it. Oliver on the left, however, has 2 of the Dora 1-so, and nice shapes everywhere else. Does discard the Hatsu into Korak, but could still honestly end up with a faster hand.
Yeah, the shapes all around don't feel too great.
A great draw there for Jeremy, filling in the 7, 8, 9 mon. Korak preparing for Dorotanki. Setting up the Suji trap early.
Oh, but all 3 of the Dora are in Oliver's hand. Has some Ryanman, so with enough luck can get into a Ricci Dora 3. Definitely have to Ricci because I don't really see a Yaku otherwise. Maybe a 1, 2, 3 Sanchoku?
That is 2 Shanten. So,
Ricci.
a couple more draws. We will have the Ricci from Jeremy first, waiting on 1-so, 4-so. Ricci Nomi. On 1-so, of course, it would be Ricci Dora.
Yeah, there's 2 4-so left in the wall.
Oliver has a hand with so much potential, but isn't going to end up being able to push just because he's not close enough to Tenpai.
If the right tiles come out, he could try to force a 3/4/5 Sanchoku, but throwing that West pair away. I guess you have 3 mana as your pair, but
Yeah, you can
yeah, it's a
that still
safe
gives you
pair.
away to Mawashi.
Oh,
Yeah,
Korak, the 4-so draw.
yeah,
But he
Korak
gets
buried here.
Tenpai.
Wait, what? How?
Chi.
No, if he gets Tenpai, he could deal in. is what I'm saying.
Yes.
But avoids to deal in for now.
Yeah,
Throws away the meld.
Yep, it's now straight up just folding, just absolutely tearing apart this hand. Even so, does not have any guaranteed safe tiles.
3/6 Mon Tenpai for Andre for just Tanyao. Not a ton of those left, really. Maybe just, I think 1/3, 1/6.
Oh, what a draw!
Oh, yeah, Korak managed to get back into Tenpai 1/4-so.
Absolutely
3 deals into the
incredible.
Tanya.
Jeremy now with 3 straight one-hand deal-ins.
Yeah, and those add up, but it's not. You just get 1 manga on Sumo and you reset all of that.
Yeah, I mean, well, really, you're a Mongon Ron off of anybody away from first still. And look at this hand for Andre. 3-so Dora doesn't have any of those yet, but 5, 6, 7 Sanchoku, Tanyao, Pinfu. A lot of possibilities for this hand.
Yeah, 3 of the Dora are in Oliver's hand. Could definitely call and go for Tanyao. Lots of middle tiles.
Definitely working that way at the moment. A good draw for Jeremy on the right. That one 2-so really slowing the hand down.
Yeah, definitely wants to have that Dora, but unknown to him, just one of those left in the wall. Especially since you could work out a 1/2/3 Sanchoku.
Yeah, that'd be pretty huge.
Or going to the 2/3/4 now.
Yeah, which is
Tanyao shift.
That's perfectly viable. The only issue with the 2-3-4 Sanshoku is right now the 4-peen is your pair.
And there's the last 3-so.
Andre gonna keep that, I assume. Might be time to give up on the 5, 6, 7 Sanshoku dream. Gonna hedge the bets a little bit. Ash thinning out the Monzu shape, keeping the Hatsu as a safe tile. Another 6-so for Andre. Andre now
Yeah.
Ishamten.
Ooh, there's a Ricci. If Andre gets to 5 or 7 mon, it could be a very tempting Ricci, but that would deal in with the 3-so.
Chi.
Because a 5 or 7 would give the Sanchoku possibility.
Now that'd be Sanshoku Tanyao as dealer.
Yeah, those 3-sos are definitely not coming out of Oliver's hand, so.
Suji of closed Ankos are often deal-in tiles, I hear. That's the position Andre's in right now.
True, but when you're so far down, that Sanchoku close is so tempting.
Chi.
Hopefully just doesn't draw it, or you'd like to draw the Sanzo as your pair, but can't happen in this case.
What Andre would really like is if Korak discarded a 4-so, you'd be able to chi that, discard the relatively safe 7-so, and
Yeah,
wait for 6 Montanki.
there would be a way to avoid dealing in. But I guess you could even you could have like a weird. You could have like yeah 7.
This is
So
Tempai.
wait.
Andre's waiting on the Forso now.
リーチ
Oh, the Sumigiri Rishi near the end. The Forsos are all in the other player's hands. So thankfully won't deal in, but
Korak Tempai, Jeremy Tempai, Andre Tempai.
fortunately Oliver not Tenpai, not getting that Tanya Dora 3. Really unfortunate.
That minus 3,000, the biggest hit yet.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, it's kind of wild. It's East 2 repeat 1, and I believe this is our 5th hand.
Yeah. 5th or
Jeremy
4th.
dealt into 3-1 on hands, and now this. And then we had a
Gee.
Ryokyu. I can't do it. I'll practice.
Jeremy's hand is really awkward shapes. Just call in to accelerate. Gonna be
Well, does have the Dora
Yeah, the
Haku.
Dora Haku, yeah.
It's all you need.
Yeah. The shapes are so awkward. If you get that call, it's like, oh, that 7-8-9 fill-in is nice.
Yeah, that's huge. Andre with an incredibly fast hand. 2 Shanten. Very nice shapes. Going to be racing Jeremy. A great pull. Great pull for Jeremy.
Yeah, but will anyone throw the Haku if they draw it? It at least doesn't look like Jeremy is Autozuke.
You should always suspect it though when there's a Dora Yaku high out.
Right.
There's a 6 though.
I think that's Ishanten for Jeremy.
It is.
But someone needs to throw that Haku for him to actually win.
If Jeremy drew the 5 Mon, could get 4-5-6 Sanshoku.
Oh, yeah,
but tosses the 4 Mon, loses that chance. That would have been another path to a Yaku for Jeremy. I don't know how why. What just draws the Haku?
Doesn't wait on the pay. It would be. It's dead weight.
Yeah, the 4 peen, and there's the 9 so 3-6-9 weight. Absolutely incredible.
Oh yeah, it's not Furry 10, and no one's expecting. I mean, no one sees the Dora, but surely there's no closed Anko of the Dora. How many of those are left in the wall? 1 3 so 9 so's dead. Oh, that's 6 so.
And now 6 so's dead. Well, not dead. It's in people's hands.
Others.
The 5 so would deal in across the way into Oliver. Oliver waiting on 2 so 5 so.
Does a Ricci. Yeah, gets the Karagiri.
A shift Ricci.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's still quite Katagiri. Technically, I don't. This the technical definitions of this. I'm not sure, but it's Ricci Penfu Tanyao.
Right. Well, it at least avoids the Suogiri Ricci.
Right. Which is the essence of the thing. 7 Mon. Ooh.
That does lock those 6 so's. Oh, breaks Tenpai.
Well, doesn't break Tenpai.
Oh, no, doesn't break. Well, it breaks the wide-looking Tenpai.
It breaks the nice Tenpai, which, as it turns out, would have won the next discard. The 3 so immediately came out of Oliver's hand, and then Oliver sumos. So we're gonna have to keep track of this. This is going to be a 5,200 point sumo for Oliver. Jeremy would have won that hand.
Yeah, I guess he might have been suspecting that the 7 Mon is dangerous for the 6 Mon Ricci tile. A little bit unfortunate, but you have the dealer hand. You do have two Dora again.
Once again,
Dora
Yakuai.
Yakuai. Hopefully you can get the hand this time.
We see a lone Dora in Oliver's hand. The rest of Oliver's hand looking pretty okay. So that Chun might end up coming out.
Yeah, I feel like Oliver likes to hold those Yakuai. So maybe not until the hand progresses more.
Another 3-so, discarding the pair of Sha.
Yeah, pretty nice shapes in Jeremy's hand. Just would like to confirm that Yakuai Dora 3. But could still reach Tenpai without calling.
Meanwhile, Oliver's hand progressing very well. 2 Shanten now.
Yeah, Korok looking for the 1-2-3 Sanchoku. Maybe
Could get
Sanchoku Ipeiko.
Sanchoku Ipeiko is my absolute favorite hand. I just think it's the way it looks is it's just so beautiful. Having four of the exact same sequence is so nice. And now we have the Otozuke open for Jeremy, which is kind of awkward because now you don't really have a pair.
Yeah. I guess. Oh.
I mean, you can discard away from the 3-so, obviously.
Yeah, if you can pawn the red dragon, you just throw away the 3-so.
But if this hand looks too much like a Honitsu, although you have
Oh, you draw you're Furuiten, but you just pawn it and figure out your Tonki later.
Yeah, the problem is the 4-so and the 5-so being so close to the 3-so, it's going to be rough trying to find a Tonki that isn't Furuiten. I'd almost want to keep that Hatsu to be my Tonki weight one day.
Yeah. I mean, just keeping Tenpai just in case, like, some hell world you just don't get Tenpai at the end.
The 2-so is a nice tile to have in hand. It's going to be one chance, no matter what.
I think that shift... Yeah, it's actually not Furuiten now, I think, so...
Oh, you're right. Because it's a Shabo.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I like that. Like keeping the weight as 3-so Chun is nice because you're less likely to end up Furuiten again.
Yeah, there's just one more left in the wall, but could draw it. Would be very unfortunate, but for now can win. Still one more red dragon in the wall. Just as likely to draw that as the 3-so. But well, that's
That would have been a thing to see. Oliver discarding the 3-so and then the Chun coming into to Korak or Andre's hand. Man, that Chun nowhere to be found. There's no way Korak discards it last if it's the final tile on the wall.
The last Chun sadly in the dead wall, but 3,000 Tenpai payment. It's not bad. It's
yeah,
not.
I mean, it's
Dealer
tied
Mangan
for,
good.
It's yeah. Well, yeah, it's tied for the biggest hand. Oh no, there was a 5,200, wasn't there?
Yeah. So you got to keep your dealership.
3 rounds in a row, we've gone Haku Dora, Chun Dora, and now Hatsu Dora. So a nice little dragon rotation in the last 3 hands.
Yeah, at least I guess probably Jeremy's just lucky or like happy to just not have been in Furuiten, even if he didn't get the hand.
It's a little personal accomplishment. This is the Manzu shapes are nice. You like the 4-5 peen. You really need to draw one more good shape though for this to feel like a good hand.
Still missing a pair.
Oliver on the right is gonna be hard to race. Although if you just draw into an Itso, that makes it good.
Yeah, 2 of the Dora gone already.
The Hatsu kind of unceremoniously dumped early. I mean, there's really no reason for Oliver to hold it
Ooh.
around. I mean,
Yeah,
Oliver
he almost has a Ryan Pako. Almost.
is right there at it.
It would probably get Pinfu with that as well if it happens. Ooh, yeah. Eats a possibility for Jeremy.
Just needs the 3-mon.
Yeah, 3 of those left in the wall. But still needs to get a pair as well. But Ricci, Pinfu, Itsu would be a great hand.
Korak Ishanten. Jeremy now Ishanten with a pair in hand.
Yeah, not going to get Pinfu from this, probably, but...
Ooh.
Ooh, that's...
What do you discard? Okay, yeah. That makes sense.
Oh.
But the 6-peen.
Oh, that 3
Oh,
Dama
the
for... Ooh, is that Sanchoku? Ooh, Pinfu, Sanchoku, Tanyo. Massive Dama win.
Wow.
Not the Ryan Pako, but still great value.
The Mongon Dama putting Korak in trouble. We said that last place was not huge for Korak in that first game, but if Korak takes another last here,
Yeah,
that's not going to be the way it feels.
still pretty close to second, though. Just like a 3-Han hand-ish away. So not terribly there, but doesn't feel great.
As a note, at table 5 in B1, a Yakuman was just scored by Andrew. I don't know if that's up yet in results.
I don't see it there, but
I just got an excited text.
I see a lot of Hanemans in the results.
But it'll be interesting to see what that was. Maybe we'll have a chance to hop over and look at the state of things once this game is done. There are many games going on right now. Oliver, is this? No, this is Tushanten. Tushanten for Oliver, but a pretty okay one. Could get the one. Well,
yeah, now it's Ishanten.
now, yep. Having to discard the 4-peen. Can still get Pinfu though if you draw the 2-so.
Right.
3-so. The 3-so is Dora. Andre kind of getting set up to wait on it.
I guess why not? If you're gonna end up throwing the 4-pin anyway, might as well throw the 4-pin first. So keep the 1, which looks safer. Ooh, could get the 4-5-6 Sanchoku here.
Ricci now from Andre. Drew the 3-so. Has a 3-6-9 weight. Ricci, Pinfu, Dora 1. Possible Dora 2 on a 3-so win. Possible Itsu waiting on if a win comes on the 9-so.
Yeah, 2 9-sos left still. And it might feel safe because of the...
Sumo.
Oh,
There
just
it is!
Sumo the 9! Ricci, Sumo, Pinfu, Itsu, Dora. Hanemon.
A Hanemon from Hanemandre.
Yeah, just... Oh, not just barely, but not too far away from second. Puts it in the first.
So a fantastic win there. Breaking this game open just a little bit. And we have an early 3-mon con from Korak, getting that delicious foo, flips the 4-so over as the new Dora, and then draws one a couple turns later. Well, I guess not Atazuke, because not open.
Yeah.
But can call the Hatsu here.
Almost kind of has to. Well, doesn't have to. But does.
There it is. Yeah, that closed con of the 3-mon is 16 foo. So this is a 40 foo minimum hand. With the Haku, it will end up being, well,
Ooh.
It'll only get to 50 fu if Korak ends up on a bad weight, or if that
Gee.
one so ends up being an Anko in hand. We have Tempai on the left from Oliver, waiting Shabo on the 2 so 6 peen.
Ooh, he does
Alright.
get Tenpai waiting on 3-pin Tonki.
So this would be
Oh,
a
Dora
50
Tonki.
3 Han 50 fu for 9,600 is what Korak's waiting on right now.
Oh no, it's 4
Oh,
Han
you're right. It is 4
Dora
Han.
Tonki
So that's a Mongon.
and Suji Trap, but it's Dora, so
Yeah.
and it's correct. I guess he does like Dora Tonki.
Yeah, I mean,
But 2 left in the wall. Could just draw it.
is
Definitely needs some
competing
points.
competing with Oliver here.
And there are upgrade paths where he just drops 1 so and has a
Sumo.
Ryman. Oh, the sumo shuts it down. Tanyo Nomi to end it all.
That's all it takes. And that was Korak's last dealership. Now Korak is close enough that the benefit of the extra points as dealer are not necessary for Korak to be able to come back, but that's still kind of a not a crushing blow, but not a good blow either.
It doesn't feel great, but he's in striking distance of 3rd place at least. Even like just Hanuman Sumo. He does have a decent hand now. Like 3 completed melds. I think that's Tenpai, but not a lot of value for him. Oh, it's
The
not
pay.
quite Tenpai. I thought it was a 678, but it's a 677.
So we have 3 different Yakuhai pairs around the table. Korak with the Pei, Andre with the Chun, and Jeremy with the Haku. 4 pairs now for Andre, discarding the Dora.
Did not fit well into his hand.
Ooh, the 4-peen. That's an Anko now. What do you discard?
Ooh, goes to 6-7. Leaning towards
Thinking-
the Toy Toy or Chi Toy.
Yeah, at this point could still get San Anko. It's gonna take the call though.
Yeah, I guess if you wanted to go Toy Toy, could have kept that 1-pin Dora, but
That was a really interesting Chi from Jeremy. Jeremy was Ishanten for Chi Toy. Jeremy had 5 pairs, but elected to call the 6-7-8 Chi.
yeah, looking for the Honitsu Haku. That's 2-5 Mon wait for Tanyo Nomi for Oliver.
Yeah. This 2-mon just waiting to deal in Andre's hand. That would be a
It's just a 1,000 deal-in.
yeah, that wouldn't change first place.
But you don't want to throw Mon against his hand from Jeremy necessarily now.
No, not with that. There's overflow now. So really, that 9-mon Pon and 8-mon drop from Jeremy is gonna save Andre from dealing into Oliver. Jeremy now Tempai waiting Haku 5-mon.
Oh, he throws a 2 anyway. Bold decision.
Does deal in. As it turns out, that was
just a Tanyo, still in first place, but just barely 200 points.
Dealing into Jeremy would have changed position, but oddly enough, dealing directly into his competition did not. I don't know how often that's the case. Jeremy now with a possible Honitsu hand doesn't have anything outside of So. The 7 So is Dora, so if you're going to go for Honitsu in any suit, So's the one to do it in.
Yeah, it doesn't feel great to go for it with unpaired honors like that, but you can scare the table with certain discards. Ooh, pairs of the East. Once cut, but still 1 left maybe.
It's gonna be so hard to fight Oliver for speed though. Oliver has the Hatsu and the Chun. But they're both on their way. Andre would probably like to open for a Tanyao Dora 2 or Dora 3. Gets an Anko of the 6-peen, headed towards Tempai here, making the Tanyao shift, discarding the 9-mon.
It could get the 2-3-4 Sanchoku. Fills in a 2-3-4.
ポン
Oliver 2 Shanten, Jeremy 2 Shanten. So they are on pace with each other right now.
Oh yeah, look, you might think Jeremy would have that Ryuiso at all greens. I'm not sure if that's the right term,
Reach.
but the Ricci from Andre waiting on
3-pin.
3-pin Tanyo Dora 2 extra foo. Ooh, but 3 of the 3 pins down in Korak's hand. It's actually not
It's
quite
not a lot of
Tenpai.
extra foo. That's still only a 40 foo hand.
Yeah, but enough to bump it up from the normal 30 foo. It's just one of those winning tiles left in the wall, though. Oh,
Ooh,
deal.
there's the 7-pin.
No, that's no Yaku.
Oh,
No
there isn't
Yaku for
a
the
Yaku.
dealer.
Discarding the
Ooh.
Easts.
Yeah, doesn't want to deal in. Oh, he draws a Dora. And that last 3-pin gets into Oliver's hand. And it fits in. The chase from Korak on 5, so.
Yeah, I mean,
Two of those left in the
needs a
wall.
win.
Yeah, not on the board.
There's another one. Jeremy's not going to deal it, though.
Surely not. Although the 8 and 9 pin might feel bad with the 7, but the 9 pin comes out, so it's a safe tile.
Yeah, and the Haku's safe. Yep, one so just came out. Jeremy's good. Jeremy won't deal in.
Yeah, but does he? Oh, there's Tenpai.
That is Tenpai and the 9-pin.
Oh, it's actually Tanyo as well. So, well, it can't win because all the other 8 pins are there, but it gets to continue his dealership at the last moment, getting Tenpai.
That also changes leader. Oliver going to drop below Andre because of Tenpai payments.
That's a massive shift. And then that 4 Haku in Oliver's hand doesn't count immediately, but
Whoa!
lots of honors.
Oliver drew 4 wild cards. 4 blank tiles, any letter you want.
Yeah, you just draw any tile and you just win with that. Draw them all as a Dora. Doesn't matter if you already have one in your hand.
Jeremy. Oh, and now we get the con.
2 Dora for Jeremy.
Yeah, that's very nice. That's gonna incentivize Jeremy to call Tanya here. You don't need to use the 4-pin as a pair to use them both. You could do 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, or just draw another 3, and you have 2, 3, 4, 3, 4. You have 2 very nice shapes.
Yeah. And 2300 aboard, but plus to those 2 Dora, like lots of points to be won here.
Chi.
3-mon call from Oliver. Oliver now Ishanten. Tenpai, nope, not Tenpai for Jeremy. Ishanten. Ishanten for Jeremy. 7-mon now a little bit more tightly secured into his hand.
And draw the 2-pin. Probably just Dama.
7-pin. You reach though, right? Ricci, Pinfu, Tanyao, Dora 2, possibly Peiko. Well, you don't have to reach it.
Oh, there's
the
the 2-pin.
So this is Tanyao, Peiko, Dora 2.
7-pin Dora Suji. Oh, there it comes out.
Immediately comes out.
Massive hand. Ipeiko, Dora 2, Tanyao. Dealer Mangan.
Dustin with the commentator curse call. Jeremy draws the 2-pin, Damas it, and immediately gets rewarded.
I mean, it is a Dama Mangan.
Yeah, jumps right into first. It makes total sense. It absolutely makes sense.
Yeah, and the 7-pin was Dora Suji, so throwing the Ricci Sicken would be really suspicious. And it has to feel bad knowing that you gave him 2 of those Dora.
Once again, has 2 Dora here. Jeremy has been holding a lot of Dora this game. And that's the first time he's really been able to capitalize on it. You only got to capitalize on it once, though, to come out ahead.
Yeah.
Oliver might be
4
able to brace,
pairs.
though, with a pair of Hatsu. Yep, you're right, 4 pairs.
Could go
Could
for
still
Toy
go
Toy.
Chi-Toy.
Good for Chi-Toy, yeah. Or just the Tanya.
Would still have to get rid of the 9-peen for that.
Another pair.
That's Ishanten.
So what do you discard? Yeah, throws away a meld, so I guess going for the Chi-Toy, kind of locking that in. Can't really go for a normal hand without that meld so much.
Yeah, I'm always suspicious of as soon as I get my 5th pair starting to discard middle tiles because, well, that's
Wrong
unfortunate.
pair.
I really don't want to give away the fact that I've got Chi-Toy. I feel
Yeah,
like
3
going
middle tiles in a row. Kind of feels
yeah.
like it.
The Haku's a very nice Chi-Toy tile. Better
Yeah.
than the One-So.
Only once cut. Both were once
Pump.
cut, but
Once cut honor is my favorite Chi-Toy weight. I don't think I've ever not called Ricci on a once cut honor. Ooh, a great draw for Oliver.
yeah, not quite
Ishanten now.
Tenpai yet, but it'll
It's
just
just
be the
trying to stay ahead of
Hatsu. He does have
yeah.
the last dealership, but that hand is not going to be worth a lot. But if he wins, it also prevents Korak from winning to possibly take him down to 4th as well.
Korak is Ishanten. Could actually get Tenpai. Is Ishanten for Sananko as it stands?
Ooh, draws another pair.
Right, and is now it's still Ishanten for is now Ishanten for Chi-Toy, Ishanten for Sananko, and now 2 Shanten for Suwanko.
I guess he's not in such a desperate scoreline where we'd have to, or where you'd want to go for the Sananko. Or is it Suwanko? Yeah, Suwanko is 4, yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely is definitely pushing the Sananko at the very least.
If you do draw the 4, so there's one
Chi.
more of those left, I believe.
All right, Oliver making a very aggressive Honitsu push. Cheating the 8-mon from 677 and discarding the complete 799 shape. Korak now going for Toy Toy Tanyao.
Yeah, not the worst tiles to call. 2-8 pin still in the wall somewhere. 3-mon. I think there's one of those in the wall.
I mean, I really don't understand this chi from Oliver. I mean, you end up now with this 2, 3, 4, 7, 9 shape, and yeah, they're all Monzu, but there's no 8-mon left.
Oh, that's really unfortunate.
Like I just don't get throwing away the 7, 8, 9.
Are they all on the board? I see 3 of them.
There, and then there's one in the chi.
Oh, yeah. There's the last one. Could still get the Tenpai points at least, but maybe just wants his hand to look scary. No Mons dropped.
Chi.
5 for Korak. 3-mon 8-peen. Does this 3-mon deal in? No. 9-peen seems fine.
Yeah. The fold from
No
Jeremy.
No 10 from Oliver.
Oh, is that?
That
Oh, that is.
that
yeah,
is
what's the
Tenpai for Andre. 3-mon 6-mon.
Yeah, so that 3-mon would have been a double Ron. That Tenpai shift does bring Jeremy out of first place. Still not a bad second to be in though. Pretty far away from 3rd and 4th.
So a lot of movement with those Tenpai payments. So Andre and Jeremy switch 1st and 2nd. Korak and Oliver switch 3rd and 4th.
I think no, they were both no. Korak was Tenpai, yeah.
Yeah, it was Korak and Andre who were Tenpai there. Andre with a hand, the kind of hand you want to put this away. Double Yakuhai has the South and the Hatsu. Oliver with a very fast hand without being able to call. Already 2 Shanten. Is really just lacking a fifth shape. This is technically Ishanten, though it's not a great one.
Yeah, but if you could just draw that last 7 pin, but there's only just the last one left in the wall. Oh, that
That's
helps.
it's
Does it
a
help?
much it's better.
A little bit, yeah. Yeah, we can end up like 2 Ryanman, so it does help.
Jeremy doesn't need. There's 3 Homba with 900 extra points. So a 1,000-point win from Jeremy would tie him with first. 6-mon,
Yeah.
9-mon wait for Andre. And Jeremy not taking Tempai. Jeremy discards the East instead of the 6-peen. Would have been Tempai on 7-peen East. Oh, wait, but it's no Yaku. No
Yeah,
Yaku.
no Yaku in the south round.
I was so confused. But we have the Ricci from Oliver waiting on 6-so, 9-so, Ricci Pinfu.
Yeah, 9 would be safe against the 2 call. Well, one of the 2 call hands.
Oh, there's the 9-so.
9 deals in.
And that's going to change positions once again. First and second and third and fourth
and
are
the
all
Aura
gonna
hit.
flip.
Without the Aura, wouldn't be too terrible for Andre, but now he needs at least a Mangon or a 3-Han Sumo. There's 4 Hanbo on the board.
It's an extra 1,200 points. Jeremy with 2 Chun.
And Andre, Mochi
Mochi
Mochi in the Chun. But Andre can get the West Yakuai. But it's going to need more than that. But lots of Montiles to make Honitsu.
Yeah, look at Korak's hand.
There's a Sanchoku potential. Doesn't look great, though. Like, as far as value without Sanchoku.
That's one of the Dora 8-so, but that's not enough.
It could reach you Sanchoku Dora. That's enough to get you out of last, at least. No matter who you went off of.
I mean, but you're 2 Shanten from Sanchoku.
Yeah. Throwing away the double south, unfortunate. Especially since no one else is through those.
There's the West. Andre taking it.
And just 1 tile keeping him away from Nitsu. It gets a Chi.
And now we have Tempai. Nope, that's not Tempai. No pair.
No, but it is a Mangon when he does eventually get into Tenpai.
Korak taking a wider Ishanten. A Chi from Oliver, trying to keep this game alive.
Yeah, still, 2 Shanten? Yeah, just trying to... Definitely that scoreline. You gotta keep your last dealership. Try to get out of demotion.
If Korak had held on to the 7-so, would be Tempai right here. Although not exactly a Tempai Korak would want.
It would be Ryan and Tempai, not the worst in the world. And waiting on Dora potentially.
3-mon, 6-mon wait for Jeremy. 3-mon immediately comes into Oliver's hand, but it is useful. Oliver Ishanten. Jeremy.
Lots of that wait left in the wall.
Yes, 6. And 6-so, 9-so wait for Oliver. A lot fewer of those. Only 2 of those left in the wall.
Just 1 6-so. Oh, there's a 3-mana. It's going to deal in.
So Jeremy's going to take first here. That's not going to be enough points to change any positions, though. After a lot of position changes in those last 3 hands, that's just going to cement it. And once again, we have Jeremy first with 24.9. Andre gets a 7.9. Once again, just kind of hovering around that same position. Oliver with a negative 9.4. So another small negative for Oliver, not helping out him. And Korak with that minus 23.4. Korak now is going to really need to not lose points in the next Hanchan.
Really close to being overtaken by Jeremy now, actually. Because Jeremy's been getting, I believe, the 2 firsts, and then Korak with the 2 fourths.
Yep. Look at Korak's placement line. 7 firsts, 4 seconds, 3 thirds, and 8 lasts. Is tied for the most firsts in A1, but there's only one person who has more lasts than Korak. So a very swingy season.
Yeah, that could be rough. Still not in the worst position to be. Just get 1 first, and you're probably fairly solidly out of the demotion, but 2 more fourths, and you're in danger.
That is the good thing for Korak here, is that it really would take 2 fourths to push him into demotion. Unless, two people, well, even if 2 people came up, like with Oliver, Andre, and Huang being so far down, Oliver basically has to get 2 firsts and for other people to lose.
Yeah, the more likely scenario is Jeremy surpassing Korak, and then it happened to me last season, but Eric and Nathaniel could rise above Korak, and if Korak gets his 2 fourths, then yeah, that would put him in demotion.
Yeah, it would. Yeah, as you say, it has to be 2 fourths basically from Korak
I'm
for
not
that.
sure if Eric and Nathaniel would be at the final table together, but it would make it more unlikely that they both rise up.
The other table should be Huang, Nathaniel, Eric, Simon.
Oh,
Oh
so,
wait, no. Yes. For A1, it's that snake. So I think it's Huang, Nathaniel, Eric, Simon at the other table.
so yeah, there is a possibility there, but them being at the same table makes it less likely. Still, it could technically happen. Anything could happen.
The question is, let's see, where are other matches right now? There was a B1 match that just started. Do you want to hop over and see that, or do you want to call it? I know it's getting kind of later for both us and the audience.
I'm fine either way.
Let's do one more.
Yeah, one more for the road. They just started, so it was closer to the end, maybe not.
But since we'll be able to get in basically the whole game, we'll swap over. We'll be watching table B13. This will have Rachel, Matthew, Travis, and Claire at it. So we'll get that to you in just 1 second. We're kind of springing this on our wonderful broadcast coordinator Nathaniel without prearranging. So it's going to take him just a second to get things ready.
All right, East 3. Rachel, not dealer, but in Ricci, going for 4-7 pin. Just the Ricci Nomi, but 5 of those left in the wall.
Well, one just came into Claire's hands.
That's not Claire. That's Rachel. That's in Ricci.
Yeah, Rachel's in Ricci. Claire's just drawn the 4-peen. Ooh.
Ooh, it's just Sumo. Ricci, Sumo. No Aura,
No more Urasan.
but secure that first place a little bit more.
This game started 13 minutes ago, but 5 minutes in the past, it was already on East 4.
Yeah,
So
the games can be really quick.
It took 8 minutes to get through East 1, 2, and 3. Considering that it took us about 30 minutes to get through East 2 of that last Hanchan, this is a big change. The 3-mon is Dora. Claire is the dealer. That is 5 pairs for Claire. Ishan 10 for Chitoy.
But lots of so could go for the Hanitsu, but it would just be Honitsu-Nomi. So
Well,
probably
you could
doesn't
get
want to.
why not get Honitsu, Rionpeiko, Junchan? That's what I see.
Well, well, it wouldn't be Junchan if you keep the Souths, but Chanta,
Oh, Chanta,
sure.
Chanta. I'm sorry. I just got too excited.
Yeah, it is an exciting hand. It's like you get like one Dora, Sanjaku, Junchan, that's a Mangan.
Rachel Dama waiting on the 4-mon. Probably wanting to draw a Dora, discard away from the 7-mon Anko, and you'd have Richi Pinfu Dora.
Yeah,
A
that would
pretty
be a great upgrade.
cannot win the hand as is.
Even though Claire was the Chitoe Shanchin does throw out the Dora.
There's a
For no
4-mon.
Yaku, so can't Ron. At
リーチ
one point, at
There's
that point,
Pinfu.
there's Pinfu. No, it's not Pinfu. It's Orionman.
Oh yeah, the 7-mon. Wasn't able to get rid of the 7-mon.
But
It's an
all
Arianman.
is it? That's
Nothing
but all
nothing
the
else.
5 pins remaining are left in that's Matthew's hand.
And the last 2 pins in Travis's hand. B1 is super tight here. We see Rachel, Claire, and Matthew are all within promotion range, and all could easily fall out of promotion range with the score lines as they are. I do believe that 10 people are guaranteed to promote out of B1. Ooh, do you chase the
Oh.
Honitsu? How do you feel about the 4-pin? Not good enough, it turns out.
Yeah.
Keeping Chitoi Ishanten. 7-so is safe. So unless that's what you draw, you're good. There's the South,
It's
though.
very tempting. Well, it would just be Bakon, so maybe it's not that tempting. But maybe
Yeah.
just try to get it Tenpai.
Claire must have taken first in the first game here. I'm gonna check on that real quick. But based on my memory of the B1, yeah, Claire took first, Rachel took second, Travis took third, and Matthew took fourth. Their first game only took 27 minutes and 17 seconds. So a very fast first game, and so far a fast second game from this table.
Right, but those repeats could just happen out of nowhere.
Sometimes you're just having a nice friendly game and then someone goes for 11 repeats. I've seen it happen.
Yeah, I've been on both sides of that. Claire going away from the Chito Ishandan, but just had one more draw to get. Oh, that would have been Tenpai, but didn't want to throw any of those other tiles.
And that is understandable. That will make Rachel the only player above 30k. Travis losing the 1,000 will drop below, but both Travis and Matthew very, very close to 30k, and Claire obviously not far off either. We move into the South round here. Rachel's our dealer, Tumon Dora. This hand's all over the place.
Yeah,
It
those
needs, it
three
needs some
1/4s in every suit, or 1/4 in every suit. Kind of awkward to deal with.
Matthew doesn't really have a great hand either. Travis has an okay hand. Has the Souths that can be called.
ポン
Has a good so shape. So Ishanten now.
It does call the Souths, but it's just going to be South only. Maybe get the Sidora.
Player also with not good shapes. 8-9 peen, 1-1-3 so isn't horrible.
ポン
That's 2 Shanten. That's Tempai for Travis, waiting on 2 so 5 so.
Yeah. I guess it's kind of hard to get value otherwise, and there is the Richi Second Hamba on the board.
That at
does
least
bring
get
you
you.
about 30,000.
Yep, that's all you need. For right now, anyway. Travis needs a lot more than that overall. Would really like to be further. Would really like to claw out of demotion. Ooh, a good draw for Rachel. Make it a little bit easier to avoid dealing in here. There's still 5, 2, or 2 and 5 so left in the wall.
You're just not getting them yet.
Eshanten for Claire.
Two so, but it fits in Claire's hand.
Eshanten for Claire. Sideways shift for Rachel. Eshanten for Rachel. Rachel could get Tanya Sanshoku here.
Yeah, but going for the better weight would end up dealing the 5 so.
That's why you never go for the better weight.
Yeah, the last time I went for the better weight, I dealt in. And if I didn't deal in, it was
Yeet.
actually going to be a Mochi Mochi Shabo.
Oh wow. So
Yeah.
all losing scenarios.
Well, still Tenpai though. Oh, the
Oh,
2
no!
so. Oh.
Claire
Donates to Ricci
got,
Sick.
Claire got Ricci Pinfu Tenpai, but deals in one turn after the Ricci into the one Han hand.
Yeah, the 1 on hand got extra value from 2 Ricci 6 on the board. So it took a
Boom.
while, but got some extra value out of it.
The score is incredibly tight here in South 2. Matthews Dealership has a pretty nice hand other than a couple of loose honors still to get rid of. The West is Dora, and only one of those in hand right now, and it's in Rachel's.
Yeah, Rachel does at least have the Yakuai to use the door without having to pawn it. As long as you can get paired up. But then one of them comes out.
A very nice draw for Matthew. That 4, 5, 6, 7 shape is so versatile. Can utilize any Monzu other than the 1 and the 9. Or other than the 1. The 9 can be used. There's a 6. That's a good one.
Yeah, could potentially shift to Tanyo. But you just take the Ricci Pinfu for sure. Especially if you get a 3-sided.
Travis playing some standard efficiency. Draws the Dora. Will he keep it up? Yeah. Just going for the normal efficiency, trying to make a Pinfu hand over there.
It's twice cut, so.
Claire could still get Itsu. Kind of hard to get there without denying a Tenpai. Well, there's
Yeet.
Tenpai.
Yeah, that is Senpai.
So, Ricci Nomi, waiting on 3 Mon and 6 Mon.
See, that's 3 Mon, 1 6 Mon left in the wall.
Unless someone's pushing, the 3 Mon and the 6 Mon look really dangerous and are very dangerous. Rachel certainly is pushing, though. Doesn't have any value, but is pushing anyway. Wants the 1 Han win. Matthew also pushing. Still not Tenpai after 2 calls.
Yeah, just a headless Eshanten, but. Oh,
This table has no fear. 5 peen. Or not 5 peen. 5 so is the weight.
Yeah, just 1 left in the wall.
That was an interesting hesitation from Rachel. Rachel discarded a couple of really risky tiles without hesitation and then paused on the 3 peen. Which is
Sanso wait for Rachel.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the 3. Oh, that would deal in, but do you avoid the deal in?
There's no way not to deal in.
Don't
deals in. Ricci or a 1. At least it wasn't or a 3. There was a possibility there, but.
Even still does not change position, but you don't like it.
But yeah, it brings Clara much closer to 3rd. And she does have the last dealership, so the sky's the limit there.
Home.
Travis taking the Yakuhai East is going for the Honitsu.
Yeah, I respect it.
I respect it. It's not what I would have done, but I respect it.
Yeah, he does need tons of value to get out of demotion.
Oh yeah, that's true. You gotta think about the overall game here. Could have an advantage. That's 4 pairs. 1, 2, yeah, 4. No, just 3 pairs. Oh, one of them got discarded. So it used to be 4 pairs. Now it's 3 pairs.
Yeah,
Nice
unfortunately, cannot
draw.
chi the 2-pin. They're already in hands.
They're already in the wrong hands.
Right. But maybe just draw the 4-pin and get that better shape improvement.
Around the table, Rachel with pretty good shapes. 2 Shanten for Rachel. And Ishanten for Matthew. Could take, well, not perfect Ishanten. Has 2 Dora now. I would have kind of liked to see a 6-mon discard there.
Yeah, definitely cement the Doras the pair. You don't want to throw away the Dora. Now if there's a 6.
Now has Ryam and Ryankan.
So it's up in the. I don't know if it's better to have that Ryankan versus the 2-3-3.
That makes Pinfu a little bit more likely. Just need to draw a 6-0 or 8-0.
Right. Draws a 4, so that gets a Ryman that way. So double Ryman, Ishanten, Riji Pinfu Dora 2. It would be enough to get out of 30,000.
And after a few good draws in a row early on, Travis just stuck drawing Monzu and Sozu.
Yeah, that
Claire
poor 1-3
sensing
shape.
that'll make calling Tanya easier, taking the chi.
リーチ
Oh, and there's
Now we have
Tenpai.
Luigi.
1-4. 3 of them left on the wall. 4 on the board. Not terrible, but not great.
Claire able to safely discard and keep Ishanten. This 8-so. Yeah, it doesn't
Chi.
want it. Tosses the 3-peen. That's going to be Tenpai for Claire, waiting on 8
Chi.
non 2-peen.
2 of the 8-mon still on the wall.
Rachel still 2 Shanten despite that call.
Travis is 1 away, but would have to throw some So tiles. I think I do the 8. But throws the 1 instead. Kind of giving up, but you're in second, so. And a Tenpai payment. 10 by payment wouldn't change your place, so. But you're losing out on the long game from not being able to continue this dealership. Unless there's still a way to get to Tenpai, though.
Claire abandoning Tenpai.
Yeah, could she drop the 4-so? Does not do that. That would have been Tenpai.
It would have. It would have been.
Sumo.
I mean, Yako.
And then they
Yako
get
might-
Sumo.
Also would have shifted the wall to keep that 1-mon from coming into hand, but
Richi Sumo Pinfu Dora 2 doesn't hit the Aura for Hanemon, but definitely a Mangan to take. And just 1 Han from first.
yep, 700 points. Claire really doesn't want to lose this hand. Keeping first would be pretty huge for Rachel. Getting first would put Rachel into the promotion range. Getting last wouldn't quite pull Claire out of it. Claire would still be in promotion range, but would be in a much more precarious situation.
Yeah, it wouldn't feel great. It's 2 Anko for Claire, but if you want to call Toy Toy 5 and 6 pin are going to be hard to call. But if you just draw them yourself, you're looking at Suanko.
And that would be perfectly fine.
Yeah, 2 5-pin, 1 6-pin left in the wall, or the 6-pin just drawn by Travis.
And that 6-pin really doesn't do much for Travis. Could end up becoming a fancy pair weight.
Yeah, the fancy 3-sided kind of weight. It's always nice to see, but does have a pair of Wests.
Home.
I always forget. Is that called Ryanki or Ryantan?
I think it's Ryantan. Ooh, Doko possibility for Rachel.
888. There's an 8-so in Matthew's hand.
Yeah, 1 8-so in the wall. Yeah, it'd be Sanshoku, Doko, Tanyo at least. I mean, any hand would confirm first, but getting those extra points, getting the Doko, always nice.
Eric has confirmed in the chat that it is Ryantan.
But with those 8 pawns, is anyone really going to throw that 8-so?
I mean, I'd be curious.
Oh, it could come out. Oh, it does
Oh,
come
there it
out. There's the Doko on the board. The weight is not great, but there are improvements possible.
That 5-pin is actually bad news for Claire. Claire no longer can pawn the 5-pin. Oh, but doesn't need to. Can't just call Ricci here. Waiting on 5-pin, 6-pin. If she draws it, it's Sananko. Otherwise, it's Ricci Nomi.
Well, no, there's the 1 5-pin. Oh, there's the weight improvement for Rachel.
Oh,
not much improvement since your 8-pin is a pawn there.
And this is where I'm so surprised. Like, players have so much steel. Like, there is not a single pin tile in Claire's discards. Rachel has only pin tiles in hand. Like, how do you even?
Yeah, pin's looking fairly dangerous, but you might think with that 8-pin pawn. Oh, there is a deal in? No, no, Yaku. Oh, there's Sumo. The Doko gets completed.
Rachel gets the
Confirming first.
Doku. And that's it's not enough to take Matthew underneath 30K. So it's going to be a pretty normal score line here. Rachel with the plus 24.6 will put her in promotion range. Matthew with a plus 7.9, making him a little bit safer up there, getting closer to 100. Travis with the minus 7.4, falling a little bit, but not out of things by any means. Claire with the minus 25.1, now right neck and neck with Rachel. They're both right on the edge.
Yeah, those placements are so close together.
Yeah, and then here are these kind of these strange, awkward promotions here. I think last I checked, 10 are guaranteed into B1 as long as they stay positive. I think.
And from those arrows, it looks like 11?
Both, you see, so the 10 and 11 arrows are both like half colored.
Oh.
Like, and I think that is symbolizing they will promote as long as they are above plus minus 0.
See, that's a lot of promotions. But still, even with those additional slots, they're not that far away from getting out of those promotion slots.
No, it is still so tight. 1/4 could easily drop Rachel or Claire out of the promotion zone. Especially according to what happens elsewhere.
Yeah, Matthew looking fairly solid to promote at least. It would have to be like a disaster, like Yakuman dealing, like double fourths to even think about that, but probably not going to happen.
Yeah, it would have to drop all the way down to 12. So
in 2 games.
Yeah, with only 2 games, that feels pretty good. So that was a great second for Matthew. But with that, do you have any final thoughts before we start to sign off here, Dustin?
I do not. It's like
In
a lot of interesting mahjong we saw today.
a lot of very different mahjong. I feel like this B1 table, the B2 table we watched, and the A1 table all felt entirely different. We saw a ton of Dama at that A1 table, a lot of very tight positional play. And then the B2 table, we saw just kind of a lot of Dora Tonkis just everywhere. And then this B1 table was lightning fast and a lot of necessary pushing, but still just like a lot of pushing to be done.
Yeah,
Um,
it was great to see the Doko again. I don't know if there is a rule set with like Doko Pow, but it would be funny, I guess.
Doko Pal would be fantastic. It would be such an insulting pal. Like imagine Sanshoku Doku Pal when it's Sanshoku Nomi. Like it's just a little two-han hand that sumoed, and you have to pay half of it. Or no, you just pay it as if it's a wrong.
Right.
And as a note from Edwin here, there will only be 5 demotions in B1 as well. So Ada currently would not demote if everything ended here. With all
Oh,
of that being said, as we mentioned earlier, signups for the Fall League are about to close. They go on until September 19th. If you would like to sign up, visit AmericanRicci.org. You will find the link both in the chat here in a second and on the page you are currently looking at. If you would like to know when we are about to go on stream, be sure to follow us right here on Twitch or on Twitter at American Ricci. If you would like to watch past games, past videos of us commentating, of Absurdity, of Yakumans, of a Chinroto, if you can find it among all of our hundreds of hours of footage, Mahjong footage that we have at this point, be sure to subscribe to us at tinyurl.com/ARMLYT. It has been an absolute joy broadcasting with you tonight, Dustin.
yeah, it's been great to cast it again, Tucker, as well.
And Nathaniel, you've been invisible, but we appreciate your hard work despite our inability to see or hear you. It was a very clean stream, and we thank you for it. And thank all of you for watching. We look forward to seeing you soon. I do believe we will have a cast tomorrow, so be on the lookout for that. I hope you all have a wonderful night, and this is Ennui signing off for the American Ricci Mahjong League.
Yep. See ya later.